The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Interstate Battery's Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Providence High School, home of the Pioneers, for the Battle of Clarksville. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek on the scene tonight here at Providence High School as the Clarksville Generals make the long bus trip down Eastern Boulevard. What is it, a mile and a half?
Yeah, I think they walked here. I don't think they even bussed over.
You probably could just do a quick military trot. You'll be here in a couple minutes, but it is the Battle of Clarksville, and in recent years it's not been that much of an exciting matchup, but tonight maybe a different story.
Well, the last Clarksville victory was 2012, so 7 years ago. This would be the eighth year? Yeah, so 7 years ago was the last time Clarksville won. So, you know, it's a great rivalry because it is the battle of the city of Clarksville. But to make it a really good rivalry, the other team has to win every once in a while. So it's up to Clarksville to keep this rivalry going by pulling a win out tonight.
Yeah, if you remember back several years ago, and I know you do, there was a time when this night was actually played over in Cardinal Stadium. Providence, Clarksville would play the opening game, New Albany, Floyd Central the follow-up. It was a great night. I remember going over watching those games. Fun times.
You know, I had forgotten about that, Mike. You're right. That was fun. Having the kids, that was the only time we ever played on turf. The turf was terrible, but it was turf.
Yeah.
In the old Cardinal Stadium. And you're right. That was a big-time game for us and for Clarksville and Providence, too. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, that has changed a little bit, and new faces, new names here. And the new coach at Clarksville is one of the coaches that people are starting to talk about because he's engineering a transformation at a school and a team program that's been down since about 2014.
Well, I think in my conversation with him, before he took the job, they hadn't won a game in several years. And, of course, the first year he was there, he was installing his program. And by his program, I don't necessarily mean the plays he was running or the formations he was running. His program had to do with getting the kids mentally right to play the game of football. And in the first year, he installed his program. And then the next year they won a game. Last year they won 2 games. This year they're 2-1, starting off with a bang and really looked good. They actually had Charlestown on the ropes. Gave away a couple big touchdowns in the middle, second, and the third quarter, and then came back and made a nice game of it. So, yeah, he's got him in the right direction.
All right. Well, we'll take a break, come back with your interview with Justin Bozier and also with Dan McDonald, the head coach of Providence, his first year at this school. They're 0-2 to start the season, so somebody's going to get a win tonight coming off a loss last week. Stand by. That's coming your way right after this on Glycod.
The Locker Room is proud to be a supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Located at 319 Spring Street in historic Jeff, the Locker Room has been in business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. Owned by David Oram, the Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call 812-282-8600. That's 812-282-8600.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page, with offices in Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands, or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
This is Coach Justin Bozier, Clarksville Generals. Coach, this is your third year. You're 5-18. A lot of people would look at that and say, "Oh, that's not the best record." However, I want to commend you on what you've done at Clarksville in the last 3 years, because you rebuilt this program to right now where it's very respectable, and people are worried about playing Clarksville Generals again. So congratulations on that. I know how much hard work that is, because a long time ago I took over a job at Madison High School, and they hadn't won a game in 2 years. So I know what it takes to rebuild everything. So congratulations on what you're doing here.
Thank you.
Coach, are you happy right now about the way the direction of your program right now?
Yeah, we're happy. We lost a little bit with the virus and lost a little bit of our summer momentum, but I think it also helped a little bit because by the time July came around, the guys were ready. The guys were ready to go and excited to be out here, excited for the prospect of this season and what it could do this year, what we can do this year, but also I look at the prospects of what we can do in the future. We have multiple young players in key positions for us, and we're running a JV team. We've already played 2 JV games. We played 2 all of last year and none my first year. So we plan on Monday. So we actually have a JV program that we feel good about, getting our young guys extra reps, and we're happy in the direction we're going.
Coach, all those things sound real familiar from when I did in 1979, which is a long time ago. Coach, when you're rebuilding this, when you're looking at your program, what you've been doing, did you spend most of your time working on the physical skills of the player or their mental attitudes, or both?
Really both. I came in, with a group that hadn't won a game, and obviously we didn't win that first year. But the first thing I did was I just showed them I cared. I took all of my sick days, all of my extra time that I had at my old school, took every Friday off from the time I got hired till the end of the school year before I moved, and I came down every Friday. And I was there at lunch. I was running a morning workout program on Friday mornings that had decent attendance. And then once we hit the summer, they knew that this was going to be something different. And, that first year we had 15 seniors come out. Some of them were first-year players,
Right.
that had been turned off by the previous coaches to not playing. And then we also had an influx of some transfers that's given us some skill positions that we currently have that are seniors now. And we took that whole first year. Yeah, we wanted that first win, and we wanted to end the losing streak, and it didn't happen, but they kept coming back every week. Mm-hmm. And so, going into last year, we knew we were going to end it. It was just win. Almost had it the first week, and then, had it the second week. And then, we had some struggles in the middle of the season. Mm-hmm. And it took till the end of the season to get those next 2. But I think that's just led us into, developing some mental toughness, and it comes and goes. It's a fixed thing.
It's a high school kids, Coach.
That's
right.
That. That's right. It comes and goes, and still working on it. But I think the biggest thing that I said I was going to do is I'm going to show them my care, and once they felt that, and they continue to feel that. Yeah. That's where we're going to keep getting the results.
Well, and the other thing is, now you've been with them 3 years, so they know you care, because you're going to be here. You're with them, and they know that you're going to be there every day at practice for them.
Absolutely,
Coach. You're averaging 29 points a game now. And that's not bad in 3 games. What are you doing offensively to generate all those points?
Really, it's being versatile. We got another outside receiver out that didn't play for us last year in Dakota Caps. He gives us another edge. So now we're making teams defend sideline to sideline and up the middle. We got a sophomore running back who's not afraid to stick his nose up in there. We got multiple receivers to throw to, so it's all about spreading it around, and we've done a pretty good job of that so far.
Well, I've always said if you only have one receiver, you don't have any because everybody's going to gang up on it. But I know you have some other good receivers. You want to shout out to them tonight too?
Yeah, so number 4 is Michael Nash. He's a junior. Played for us last year, doing a nice job, caught a couple of third down passes for us last week. And then you also have Davon Fuquay, who's been a top talent for us the last 3 years. He does it all. He does a little bit of outside, slot receiver. He'll play some running back. But what really impresses me about him is his defensive ability, how he can see the game from his safety position, and he can make a tackle for a loss, and he's sitting at 10 yards deep. So those guys have done a really phenomenal job, and then you have Robert Lamar is really taken over that full-time running back position, and he's just a tough kid and does a great job.
And you don't have too bad of a kid playing quarterback for you either.
That's correct. Unfortunately, he won't be playing tonight, but we will. We have another senior who is going to step in tonight, who's been playing middle linebacker, Jake Cummings, and he's prepared this week and we'll be ready to go.
Coach, that's the next man up philosophy, right?
Yeah, and that's something you talk about rebuilding a program is developing that depth, and we got some guys out this year that help solidify that depth where, if we had this issue last year, it would have been a struggle to put someone else in there, but we really have some depth, and sometimes it means going all the way to a freshman, but that freshman's not afraid to go in the game and give it his all.
Coach, good luck tonight. Thanks for your time, and have a good game.
All right, thank you.
Let's be honest, you don't see Grandma nearly enough, which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about
nothing serious,
is
though.
something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
With Coach Dan McDonald tonight. Coach, another big game. This is a big game. Is this a rivalry game?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if you know the history between Providence and Clarksville, but I'm sure you learned it this week.
I've learned there's a little bit of history there. It's a battle for the city, basically.
Right, and it's a neighborhood school, and if Providence and Clarksville are playing the same night on different fields, you can probably even hear the referee whistles.
Right.
So I know this is a big game for you, a big game for your kids. Coach, what were you encouraged about last week in the Silver Creek game?
Our guys never stop playing. The tendency is when you get down by a few touchdowns to stop playing. Our guys never showed any quit. They kept fighting. And we had a good first drive, both defensively and offensively.
Yes.
Defensively, we forced a 3rd and long and then just had a hiccup on a blown coverage. And then offensively, we drove the ball down the field but just couldn't get it in the end zone. So we started out strong. our thing this week is going to be start out strong but keep going strong.
Finish,
exactly right.
Finish, yeah. Do you see any similarities between Clarksville and Silver Creek?
There's a lot of speed on the field for both Clarksville and Silver Creek. Clarksville has some guys at the skill positions that if you let them loose, they're going to take it to the house. So we got to make sure we get all 11 guys to the ball and we tackle.
A lot of pressure on your defense this week.
A lot of pressure on the defense.
Coach, are we going to see any changes from last day? I know you've already talked to me or sent me some information, but go ahead and tell us about some of the changes.
David Wall was playing like a tight end receiver kind of type for us because of some injuries and some personnel issues. We've put him back at right tackle, and he's taken that in stride. He's going to do whatever he has to do to help the team win.
Did he start the season as a tackle for you
He
and
did.
then moved him to tight end?
Yeah, he started as a tackle. We built some depth there, so we were able to move him to tight end. And because of some injuries, we've had to move him back.
Then a few other changes in the offensive line, shuffling some players around.
Yeah, just shuffling some guys around. No real like benchings or anything of that nature. Just moving guys into better positions.
Well, Coach, that's 11 on the field. No use having him standing next to you.
That's right.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Appreciate it.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket. So I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence High School. And time for your game day weather. Game day weather brought to you by The Locker Room, your place for screen printing and embroidery in historic downtown Jeffersonville. Visit them at 319 Spring Street or call them at 812-282-8600. Well, it's like it's been all day, Jim. It's overcast. No rain that I know of. Just thin, high clouds, and it's 73 degrees, so really nice night out there.
Beautiful night. Small breeze, but just a beautiful football night.
Great night for football, and that is your game day weather thanks to The Locker Room. It's time for our keys to the game tonight. And your keys to the game brought to you by Mack Construction in New Albany. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit mackconstruction.com. Let's start out with the visiting Generals. What does Clarksville have to do to go 3-1?
Well, first of all, no negative plays, no mishandled snaps, no mental mistakes. Those were the three things that really hurt them against Charlestown last week that maybe played the biggest factor in losing that game. They went through that second and third quarter with several mishandled snaps, some mental mistakes, some penalties. So they have to eliminate that, especially in a rivalry game. They need to get their passing game going quickly. Short, quick passes, get the ball to the good receivers in an open field and let the receivers run with the ball. And last, it's a big rivalry game, and in rivalry games, things can get chippy. They have to keep their composure. Do not lose your composure in the game.
All right, let's go to Providence. What are the keys for the Pioneers tonight?
Well, the coaches made several changes in their offensive line to make things a little bit stronger, which makes me think they're going to run the ball a lot more. And so control the clock, control the change, keep those long, lean Clarksville receivers off the field. How do they match up with Clarksville's skill players? Last week they did not match up very well with Silver Creek's skilled players. And they need to use some counters and reverses to offset some of Clarksville's speed.
Okay, well, those are your keys to the game, brought to you by Mac Construction. Stand by. We'll be back right after this break with the starting lineups and kickoff in about 5 minutes. Stay with us, folks. Football just ahead on Glycod.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek in the booth for the Battle of Clarksville. Clarksville Generals taking on the Providence Pioneers tonight, and we'll start with the starting lineups for both schools, at least as we understand them now. The late change, Keyshawn Miner not starting at quarterback. Jake Cummings going to move to that position, so a little bit of shuffling on the lineup, but you see the offensive starters for the Generals putting up 29 points a game, and a pretty potent offense, I would say. Not too bad.
Yeah, 29 points for high school in the first 3 games is outstanding. And they, like we talked about before, they have a lot of long, tall, lean, speedy receivers, and they're going to get the ball to them in the open field in short, quick passes and let them run.
All right, looking at the defense, many of the same names, a lot of kids going both ways, but some depth and some skilled players, as you say, in those key positions. One of the players, Austin Hadaball, linebacker, is leading the team in tackles, I believe.
Right.
So. Good lineup there. Looking at the Providence offense, not many changes. Some changes up front, really. Shuffling the offensive line a bit. Nathan Ross, now the left tackle. Tyrone Davis, left guard. Singleton gets the start at center tonight. Shrout, the right guard. And David Wall moves to tackle tonight. And a number change. Last week he was 4. This week he's 51. Looking over on the defensive side of things, many of the same players as last week. Really no changes there. So you see it's the same Pioneers defense coming back. So that's your starters. We'll take our last break and be back with kickoff right after this on Glycod.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
From Glycod, it's Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1950. Tonight's game is presented by Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School football. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
And it is a perfect night here for football at Providence High School. The Pioneers lined up to kick it away. Strebe to kick off. Ball set up at the 40-yard line. Deep for the Generals. Well, that would be
Lamar and Fuqua.
Robert Lamar and Davon Fuqua. So here we go. Kick is up, end over end. Going to go toward the sidelines and take a bounce. Fuqua lets it bounce twice. Picks it up and runs out of bounds with it. And Clarksville will take over. First down, it'll be 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line, and that's where they'll start their first offensive series. Here on a beautiful turf field. Providence was the first to get turf in southern Indiana. Other schools catching up quickly now.
It's a beautiful field. It's a great surface to play on. It's economically advantaged for schools to move to this because you don't have to fertilize it, cut it, water it, or anything else.
Really?
Once it's lined forever.
Yeah, I need to do this in my backyard.
I do too.
1st and 10. And the Generals line up. Quarterback tonight, Jake Cummings, back in the shotgun, takes a snap and hands off to Lamar, who quickly finds a lot of space out there on the edge. And picks up
first down, I think.
Picked up 11. He's going to have the 1st and 10, ball out to the 35-yard line.
And Robert Lamar's got some wheels too, doesn't he? That was a pretty quick run on his part. Good blocking by the wide receivers of Clarksville. Started off something easy for Jake Cummings, starting at his first chance at quarterback this year.
Lamar, just a sophomore, so he's got some years ahead of him. 1st and 10 again from the 35. Cummings going to put it up in the air. That's a lot of air. Jump ball and incomplete. And we're going to get a flag. That was an interesting call. They're going to say over the back.
That's probably going to be on Clarksville.
Offensive pass interference.
Yeah, that's probably going to be on Clarksville.
Yeah.
That was I don't want to belabor the point, but that was a poorly thrown ball.
Well, if you're going to get the jitters out as a quarterback, you don't typically open up with the streaking pass. The long floater.
Right.
A 4 or 5 yard out's probably a good way to start your passing career.
Because when you're starting for the first time and you're actually a linebacker playing quarterback, maybe a little short pass would have been a little better. But hey, coach knows what he can do.
Yeah, he looked like he has the arm. He just a little out of sync that time. Looks like they're discussing whether they're going to mark off the penalty. They're going to keep it. We saw a few waved off up at Eastern Hancock a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think that's going to be the case this time.
I think that'd be silly to decline that. Well, that's a big one. That's one of our keys to the game right there is you don't want to make mistakes, silly mistakes, penalties. That's a penalty that really puts them behind the 8 ball right now.
It's a 15-yard penalty. That's even worse than the normal pass interference on the defense.
Yeah.
That seems inequitable. Maybe it should be addressed by the IHSAA.
Yeah. No, that's the federation. They make the rules.
Oh, that's okay.
National Federation of High School Sports.
Handoff. No, keeper this time. Or was it a handoff? I can't tell who had the
that
ball.
was a handoff to Lamar.
Yep. I was looking through a screen and a dirty glass window here, so two panes of glass and a screen. And in the cloud, I lost him.
And that's not the computer cloud either.
Picked up a couple of yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 23. Still a long way to go, but nice screen pass here might be a nice dial.
Yeah, one of those little bubble screens out here to the right. He's got trips to the right. Now there it is. Throw it. Catch it. Nice.
Nice reception.
See, and there you go. There's a nice, easy, quick, confidence-building pass. 3 receivers, 2 clear out, 1 comes underneath. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's a nice, easy pass.
Yeah, I'd love to trademark that phrase, but I think I've heard it before. But it's a great one. Nice pickup that time. Makes it 3rd and 14. 9 yards on that pitch and catch there to Caps the reception.
And we got trips on this side now. Single coverage on the right side.
Jake Cummings waits for the snap, has it in his hands.
Coming. Lost containment.
Oh, he's got some room. Chased by Kreninger.
Oh, we got a flag. I think this one's going to be on Providence.
A late hit out of bounds. As he was falling down, somebody came in and gave him a little shove. Unless there's a block in the back or something out there, but I didn't see. He got out to about the 40-yard line.
No flag. There was a flag. Personal foul.
Against Providence, yeah. Right. That's going to cost the Pioneers, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yes, it will.
15
yards. It costs them big. So both teams now have committed a big mistake.
Traded a 15-yard penalty, right. So it kind of evens things out here in this first drive. Clarksville with a 1st and 10 now. Ball all the way across the midfield to the 45 of Providence. And we'll wait for them to get the chain set.
And, Mike Cummings did a really nice job of feeling that pressure and evading to the right.
Yeah.
Providence did a very poor job of containing that quarterback.
All right.
Trips again left.
Single setback is Lamar. Takes the handoff, starts left, goes right. Kind of felt the opening to his right, went back that way, picked up a couple of yards. I don't think that was a design play.
No, good cutback, though.
Good instincts by the young man. Picked up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. I think he had no gain if he continued to the left.
So many of these teams now are using what's called zone blocking, where the linemen just get the man in front of them, get in their face and try to hold your block as long as you can. The ball carrier starts out in one direction, but really runs to daylight. The old run to daylight from back in the 60s and 70s is part of that zone scheme they use now.
2-back set this time, a little different look. Handoff.
Lamar again.
Nice hard run off the left side. Picks up about 6 or 7. We'll see where they put it down. Short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd and 2, maybe 3. 3rd and 3 is what they call it. So down to the 38-yard line. Nice little drive here. You take out the 2 penalties. Clarksville doing it on the ground and in the air.
So Clarksville now gone back to the pure shotgun with 2 backs. Double wide. Slot on the right.
Handoff to Davon Fuqua.
Yeah.
He has nowhere to go.
Now good play.
chased down by a host of Pioneers.
Yeah, that was Carson Hellman did a great job of maintaining the leverage on that corner, not allowing the receiver or the running back to get outside of him. Just really did a nice job.
Got some help from Gettelfinger and others, and they finished it off. They lost about 6 on the play. It'll be 4th and 9. And Clarksville going to go for it here, not really looking to punt.
I tell you, Michael Nash is really open over here.
Quick pass.
Oh, he had it in his hands. Too bad.
In and out of the hands of Fuquay, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. That's a big break for the Pioneers because he had that one.
He did.
He had that one and the first down. All he has to do is make the catch.
And, the neatest thing is because most of Clarksville's players are playing both ways. Cummings, the quarterback, came over and talked to Fuquay and slapped his hands and probably told him, "Don't worry, brother, you'll get the next one."
You'll get the next one. 1st and 10, Pioneers, as they take over. First offensive series. Jackson Murphy, the quarterback.
Okay, got their quads over here on the right side. And
Murphy all
here
alone.
Comes their handoff.
They're going to throw it that way. Gettelfinger takes it. He's got some room to rumble. Goes up the sideline and finally knocked out of bounds, but a big gain of 13. It'll be 1st and 10. Spotted at the 42-yard line for the Pioneers.
That's something we didn't see last week when they got in that quad formation. They would run their jet sweep to it.
I call that the jet pass.
It was just the same thing as the jet sweep, actually, except he threw it instead of handing it, he threw it.
Yeah, nice-looking play.
Yep.
1st and 10, Pioneers. And Murphy back there.
It's going to be a run left, yep.
Gettelfinger takes the handoff, tries the left side, and he's rodeo tossed down by Fuquay.
Yep, and
loss of 4.
Yeah, and Clarksville had that well scouted.
They mark it a loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. So just about 7 minutes gone, or 5 minutes gone here. 7 minutes or so remaining in the first quarter. Here on a nice night for football. Overcast, nice, cool, mild temperatures. Murphy, motion man is Hellman. Murphy keeps it himself, knocking on the left side door. And there's a penalty. Got to be. There it is.
Oh, yeah, was there? I didn't see the flag. Must have come in late. Did it come in late?
I thought I saw a flag.
Well, you know what?
They threw him out of bounds.
You know what, Mike? If there wasn't a flag, that was one. I don't see how they missed it, but it should have been a flag.
Yeah, it looked like he was clearly in bounds, but we're across the field, so we'll give benefit of the doubt to the referees. They were right there. We weren't. 3rd and 5. Nice gain. Jackson Murphy does it all by himself that time. Ball down to the 37. Pioneer drive. Their first drive of the night. Clarksville got down to the 38 before they stalled.
There it is. There it is again. Oh.
Carson Hellman gets a seal block from Kreninger. Gets enough for a first down to the 30-yard line. Kreninger came out and got just enough of a block to hold up the linebacker before Hellman got around him.
Yeah, Fuquay did using his speed, but he came up and took a bad angle inside, and when he should have taken the angle outside, making the running back go back to the inside.
Ball down to the 29, 1st and 10. That's because you underestimate the speed of the back.
Yeah, it could be.
Single setback is Kreninger. Handoff, and oh my!
That was Austin Hannibal, and I could see why he's their leading tackler.
That was the best tackle I've seen all year.
You're right.
Holy cow. He almost took the handoff.
I wish if we had replay, I could replay that 10 times and watch it.
Oh my goodness.
That was football at its best right there.
Well, all these games are saved on the internet, so you can go back and watch it again.
Right.
Beautiful tackle by Austin Hannibal. Loss of 3. It's going to be 2nd and 13. Wow. They won't do that again. Murphy delay.
With the keeper. Yep.
And finally taken down by Hannibal and number 58, which is Sam Stewart, the inside linebacker. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 8 is the call. We're down.
And I did notice that the young man playing quarterback, Jay Cummings, is still playing linebacker for him.
Quarterback.
Double duty, quarterback
and linebacker.
Yeah.
I love high school football.
I do too. I do too. I'll tell you a quick story after this play.
All right, Murphy back in the pistols. Single setbacks. Kreninger man in motion. Gettelfinger takes the handoff.
Two missed tackles.
And he's going to fall forward.
I think we got some blocking in the back.
Yeah, that may be. And that's going to bring it back, I'm afraid, for the Pioneers.
So years and years and years ago, Ashland Blazer High School in Kentucky was playing in the state championship game, and this was back when they had 3 classes, so it was a 3A school. And they played 11 players. Ashland Blazer played 11 players, and their quarterback was a linebacker, and all he would do is take a pair of arm pads from one of the linemen and put them on and play linebacker, and then take them off and give them back to him when he was playing quarterback.
Oh, that's a great story. 15-yard penalty. That's going to push the ball all the way back to the 36-yard line. It'll make it 3rd and 17. So a penalty really cost them where they were about a yard short of the first down. Now they're a yard and a
lot more than a yard.
Yard plus. Murphy going to throw the screen pass.
Oh, intercepted
off the tip. Through the hands of Gettelfinger. He's breaking tackles. He's going to score. Unless Murphy can catch him, it's a foot race down the sidelines. And no, Marquise Forward takes it the distance.
Look what I have. That ball tipped off the receiver's hands right into Marquise Forward. He broke a tackle.
60, I think that was 67 yards,
if
I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
67-yard interception for a touchdown.
Marquise Forward.
Well, that's a way to get things started in the scoring column at the 4:38 mark. Generals strike first.
Well, it's a really good call with 3rd down and long yard. It's 3rd and 16. Good call. The screen's a great call in those situations. And they just didn't execute it.
Cummings, the extra point attempt. He's the kicker as well. And his kick is blocked. Couple of Pioneers in there. Weston Kaiser and another. I didn't
57, Tyrone Davis.
Yeah, they both came in there together, so we'll give them both credit. But the extra point, no good, and the score remains 6-0 Clarksville. Jake Cummings, quarterback, linebacker, kicker.
Does he punt?
I don't know, but if I see him out there as the water boy, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm going to tell you what, if he long snaps and punts at the same time, now we've got a story.
He's our player of the game at that point. Well, that's an interesting turn. That was not a bad play call for 3rd and 17. You want to throw the screen.
Right. Great call, and it was well executed, except that the receiver tipped the ball and tipped it right to Marquise Forward. Forward
did more than just intercept. He shed a couple of tacklers, and then in the foot race won that one, outran Jackson Murphy.
Well, he's listed as a wide receiver and a linebacker, so he did have the wide receiver speed, didn't he?
6'2", 178 pounds. He's a load, and he certainly had just enough juice in the tank to get to the goal line.
Clarksville just had enough pressure on the quarterback. There were two defensive linemen that just had enough pressure on the quarterback that made him maybe throw it just a little higher than he wanted to.
Okay, kicking off is Jake Cummings, and I think he's homecoming king as well this year. We'll see. Here's the kick. Kick is up. Nice deep kick.
Holy smokes.
Hits at the 2 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And
holy cow.
Nobody was expecting that.
Nope. The Providence players were on the 10, 15-yard line.
He outkicked the coverage.
Actually, I wasn't expecting because we haven't seen a kicker put one in the end zone all year.
No, that was the first touchback we've seen, I believe. 1st and 10, ball will be out at the 20-yard line, right at the center of the field where they'll spot it. Providence takes over. 4:38 here remaining in the first quarter. 6-0 your score. Clarksville strikes first on a 67-yard touchdown interception return by Marquise Forward. Defense set. Here's the handoff. Gettelfinger
again.
Jet sweep left.
Oh, good blocking downfield. Holy cow. I got to get that number. Looked like 87, but I don't see an 87 on the roster. There was somebody downfield.
Was it 77 perhaps?
No, it was a wide receiver. No, 77.
Yeah,
if he's that far downfield, he's fast. No, it was wide receiver on the left side, and I couldn't catch his number.
Great run by Gettelfinger. Picks up 19, 1st and 10 out at the 39-yard line. And that's how you pick up a chunk of yards with that jet sweep.
Here it comes again.
Fakes it the other way. Murphy keeps it, dodges, bobs, weaves, and dives ahead. Picks up about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Down at the 47-yard line, and Providence responding. This may be the most even matchup we've seen this year.
Yep, I agree.
It appears at this stage. Yep. Two teams that are about evenly matched, which you don't see that often these days.
No, unfortunately, we haven't seen one of those for a while. Although that New Albany Eastern Hancock game was
close.
That was a close game.
Yeah, it sure was. Right down to the last minute. 2nd and 2. Murphy puts Gettelfinger in motion, keeps it. Kind of an option look that time. Krininger comes out, tries to throw a block. Doesn't need to because Murphy's outrun everything. Murphy showing a little moxie out there. Gets down to the 40-yard line. Across midfield. Nice gain.
Yeah, Hannibal, the linebacker that made that great play, that time stuck his nose inside on the fake when he shouldn't have. And that's how Murphy got outside.
Well, and just analyzing this game from a psychological perspective, I don't want to say it's a must-win because you always hate to stick that label on somebody. But Providence comes in here 0-2, their first home game. These kids, they want to get that first win. They want to do it here tonight, and they believe they can. Handoff to Carson Heldman, right side. Nice movement. He's using his blocker as well and picks up a nice gain. It's going to be second down and 4.
I was watching David Wall, the young man who's been moved from tight end to tackle for this game. He's playing right tackle, so I got a good chance to watch him. Does a nice job coming off the ball, moving his feet. He engaged the block and held the defensive lineman, so the defense didn't hold him, but held his block on him. And there's Gettelfinger.
Gettelfinger going to the left. Davon Fuqua chases him down from behind and gets a tackle for a loss.
Well, Fuqua came in when the pulling guard pulled. Fuqua followed that guard, and no one picked him up.
And usually he's going to be faster than a guard.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking. Loss of about 3, 3rd and 6.
And I think playing left guard is Tyrone Davis, and I think that's a new starter for Providence also. I don't remember him playing last week.
They shook things up on the O-line after the loss last week, 42-7 to Silver Creek. Murphy fakes the handoff, bootleg, and that time probably been better off to hand it off.
That was Robert Lamar and
is that Isaac Chavez?
Austin Hannibal.
And Chavez. I think 57 was in on that as well.
Was it 57? Yeah, Isaac Chavez.
Yeah. So another loss of about 5. That's going to be 4th and 12 now. And they're going to bring out the punter.
Fake punt. Fake punt. Perfect time for it. Nope, not now. Not now.
Yeah, they've kind of somebody missed his assignment.
Missed the call. And it drives coaches absolutely bonkers.
Luke Crewer back to kick. Snap is good. Not much pressure. It's going to be a high tumbly kick headed to the sideline and will bounce out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 general ball. They stop the Pioneer drive with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter.
Actually, Mike, I go back to the Eastern Hancock game where that coach never punted. And that was a 12-yard punt there. I mean, they gained 12 yards by punting. Why not go for it? You threw that nice little pass at the start of the game. Do you forget you have that back in your playbook?
Yeah, I guess.
You really didn't gain much in field position.
I don't think the punting game has gotten worse over the years in high school football, too.
Yeah, a skill that's not practiced much.
Cummings, the quarterback, and the whistle stops the play before it starts. Penalty.
Yeah, procedure against Clarksville.
And they'll move back 5 yards. It'll be 1st and 15, and we'll try it again here. So You run the same play out of that, or you switch it up?
Well, they didn't really get it started, so I don't think Providence got a chance to see it. So, it's a 1st and 15 play game. Get 7 yards, and you're in good shape.
1st and 15.
Trips right.
Quick pass out to the right.
There you go.
You get it in the hands of Davon Fuqua, and
that's it.
It's a race. He's got one-man lead block, cuts back against the traffic.
Uh-oh.
No flag so far. Now it just has to outrun Murphy.
Murphy, no.
Davon Fuqua.
So, Mike, you throw a 5-yard pass to one of your long, lanky receivers and let them run 70 yards for a touchdown.
Yeah, that works. 77-yard touchdown. Make a 78-yard touchdown pitch and catch.
Yep. It's just that little bubble screen. And if you noticed, one of the things I noticed on that play is Clarksville's receivers were much closer to the offensive line than they had previously. Previously, they were all the way out by the sideline. This time he brought them in, and the reason he brought them in, hey, it's a lot easier pass to throw 5 yards than it is to throw 12 yards.
That's right. And you get there quicker.
Yep.
Which means you got a second or two advantage on getting turned upfield. They're going to go for 2.
Oh,
Cummings.
He's in, and we got a block in the back, and they didn't call it. There it is.
And that block was by Michael Nash.
That was pretty easy call.
Pretty obvious. So that's going to hurt. They had the 2, and they'll have to take it off the board. Didn't count. So they back it up 10, and they'll try it again.
You know what I try?
Screen?
That little bubble screen pass to the wide receiver.
Be a good call. See what Coach Bozier has in mind. He came to Clarksville from Lebanon, which is north central Indiana,
right.
A little northwest of Indianapolis. So maybe has some fresh ideas.
I think he was an assistant coach there for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
Little pass to the end zone.
Nope.
And in and out of the hands of Nash. Good defense by Jackson Murphy. Nash had the height advantage, but Murphy got a good jump and knocked it apart.
Nash was looking for interference call, but that was a clean play by Murphy.
At the 124 mark, Clarksville with a 12-point advantage, 12-0 here, and one on an interception return for 67, and then a touchdown pass for 78 to Fuqua. So
they do have some talented, skilled people, fast. We talked about it. Long, lean, tall, thin kids that can run. Man, they take advantage of it.
If they get out into the open, they're going to be hard to catch, and Providence, I think, has learned that very quickly. So swarm, sure tackles, open field tackles are going to be they need to be heroic at this point.
Yeah, very important. Yeah, I don't think they're going to catch them one-on-one.
I think they may know that Cummings has got a leg, but they're still out about the 14, 13-yard line. So Cummings to kick off. He plays linebacker on defense, quarterback on offense, kicker.
Deep is Gettelfinger.
He probably sells insurance as well. Who knows?
And Carson Heldman deep.
Shorter kick this time. Taken on the bounce. Heldman's got it. He'll bring it out to the 32-yard line with a takeover 1st and 10 at that spot. You know, it almost looked like he tried not to kick it over their head this time.
Yeah.
Why not? If you can kick it over their head and get a touchback,
I don't.
Why give it to him on the 32 as opposed to the 20?
I mean, if I'm going to do that, why don't you just onside kick it?
Yeah, if you got the leg, use it.
Yeah.
That's just my philosophy. But, hey, they're not paying me to have a philosophy. I'm not sure I get paid. 1st and 10 Pioneers.
Mike checks in the mail.
Oh, that's what they told me.
All right, trips right again. Motion.
Gettelfinger. Jet sweep. Nothing new. Kreninger out leading the block. Lamar misses a tackle. And he's finally brought down by Michael Nash, but not after a big gain of, looks like they're going to give him 10, which would be another 1st down. They spotted that the 42, and it is 1st and 10.
And Providence, their success in their
stop
running.
the clock on the first down.
Well, it should, shouldn't it?
They haven't stopped the clock on the first down. They're supposed to.
They haven't, but that's all.
Well,
now it's running.
That's a house
Providence
mistake.
has had success running right, and that's where David Wall. That's at right tackle for David Wall, and now they're going to give it back to the quarterback. And
that fake.
I don't think he's going to gain the play. Nope.
No, he's lost a couple. Stayed in bounds, and that's going to probably be the last play of the quarter. After the clock error, that's cost him some time. 2nd down and 11. Ball at the 41-yard line. And Murphy, they're basically running two things out of that single set. It's either the jet sweep or the quarterback bootleg.
Right.
The sweep's working. Bootleg, not so much.
No, and if they boot back to the right side, I think they're going to be successful because that's like I say. I think the right side of their offensive line is a little stouter than the left side.
All right. Well, at the end of the first quarter, it is Clarksville 12, Providence nothing. We'll take a break. Be back right after this on Glycod.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here. First quarter in the books, Clarksville 12, Providence 6, and time for a scoreboard update. Scoreboard update brought to you by Clark County Youth Coalition for more than 35 years. The Clark County Youth Coalition has been the state's eyes and ears in Clark County, monitoring data and working to reduce substance use and abuse. For more information, visit clarkcountylcc.org. No score, Silver Creek and Eastern Pekin playing tonight. North Harrison leads Charlestown 13-6 in the early goings. And in the first quarter, I believe it's a first quarter score, Floyd Central leads New Albany 14-7. Right here, it's 12-0. And that's your scoreboard update brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. Back to the action here. And a handoff straight ahead. Not much there. Kreninger on the carry.
Yeah, that's interior of the Clarksville line.
Nice.
Anthony Hart. I'm trying to see the other numbers here. Anthony Hart.
Mike
77.
Eichelberry, number
and
60.
Michael Vaughn. No, I'll take that back. Tyler Goldman.
Yeah.
Kind of stuffed that play.
They sure did. 3rd and 11.
Matt Eichelberry.
It's a good name. Jackson Murphy quick to the left side and quickly surrounded by about 5 generals.
Yeah, you're really not going to out-quick them. I mean, you're really not going to out-quick them. They're too athletic. They're too quick. They're too fast. You need to put your head down and just pull forward.
He got about 5. It's going to be 4th and 6. Ball out just shy of the 47-yard line. Providence going to put it in the air, kick it away. Luke Kruer, the punter for the Pioneers, back at his 35-yard line, waiting for the snap. Fuqua deep for the Generals.
Oh, good snap.
Kick is up.
Oh, good punt.
And going to be taken by Fuqua at the 22-yard line. He gets a start and slides down.
Nice punt.
Yeah, good punt. Nice coverage. And decent return. If he'd kept his feet, might have been some more sparks there. But
Luke Kruer.
Yeah. Kick down to the 22, return of about 7. That puts the ball 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. Generals will take over with a 12-point lead. 10 minutes and a half or so to go in the second quarter. This would be a point where if they could get another score in this drive, not that you're ever going to feel comfortable, but that might take a little wind out of the Pioneer sails. This is a must-stop for them here early in the game.
I think so. Got slot to the left, 2 backs in the backfield.
Lamar gets the handoff.
Oh,
was that a horse collar?
Well, we have a flag. I think we have blocking, either holding or blocking in the back. It looked like the wide receiver cracked back and blocked in the back.
That could be the case. Also looked like the defender was grabbing up around the neck, but I don't think that's what they called.
No, the flag came early.
And there'll be a costly variety. I'll lose 10 on that. It'll be 1st and long. We'll see where they put it down.
Clarksville seems to be able to overcome those mistakes. That's holding. But again, keys to the game was eliminate those kind of mistakes, eliminate big plays, eliminate those mistakes, eliminate the silly penalties.
Going to be 1st and 21. Ball down to the 18-yard line. And that's, what do you dial up for 1st and 21? Well, you dial a muffed snap.
Muffed snap. And
Lamar picked it up.
And there you go. There's another one of our keys to the game.
Mistakes.
Last week they had a lot of bad snaps.
He'll get a yard on that and no more. It'll be 2nd and 20. And
Luke Kane is a freshman here playing center, and that's not the easiest thing, is all those direct snaps.
Cummings back in the shotgun. Lamar to his right, and the snap is off the mark. Cummings has to pick it up off the bounce, and that gives the Pioneers plenty of time. Krininger makes the stop, and this drive going to go nowhere for the Generals. 3rd.
Third and a bunch.
3rd and 20.
Time for one of those little bubble screens. What
21.
Providence has done is they put a defensive lineman on the nose of the center, and he has not handled that well the last 2 snaps.
Well, an adjustment was made. 3rd and long. Jake Cummings, the quarterback. Snap is there, but the play doesn't start because Providence moves.
And that time they didn't have the man on the nose of the center, and you see he had a good snap.
5 more yards makes it 3rd and 26. We're getting close to that 4th and 37 mark.
Yeah, well, this is now it's getting harder and harder to call a play.
Bubble screen?
Bubble screen. Bubble screen. Do it. This is simple.
It's like going to the Chinese restaurant. Bubble tea?
Yeah.
Of course you will.
That's right. Mushi got there. Yep.
3rd and forever. Jake Cummings and Lamar in the backfield. Cummings, the quarterback, takes the snap. Quickly out into the hands of Marquise Forward.
Nope, not going
But
anywhere.
he's going nowhere. Jake Gettelfinger and others makes the stop.
And one of the keys that Providence's coach talked about was swarming tackling, getting people. They swarmed. They had 5 blue shirts there in that tackle.
Yeah. You may be athletic, but you're going to have to be Superman to get through that.
Yeah.
Gain of about a yard, 4th and 25, and we will see the Clarksville punt team.
That's Cummings.
And that's Jake Cummings.
Timeout, Clarksville.
Clarksville takes a timeout. We'll take a break as well. Stand by. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek in the booth, and that timeout was taken by the Generals. Now hit that button again. There you go, and it'll come off the screen. Peyton Lamb working our scoreboard tonight, doing a fantastic job. Appreciate her covering us, getting us some help. Nice kick.
Yeah, but had a little backspin on it. But that's one of the things you'll notice when you're playing on a turf field or watching a game on a turf field. You will see a lot of punts that hit and kick backwards.
Yeah.
And I don't know
the physics of that.
Physics of it is, but on artificial turf fields, it seems like you see more of those kind of punts hit, boom, bounce backwards.
It does.
All right, Providence has got some great field position now, Mike.
They're out at the 42-yard line of the Generals, and the ref threw the ball over to the side, Judge, and missed.
He's got to work on his throw a little bit. He missed that by 15 yards.
Murphy puts the man in motion. Gettelfinger. Who was that? Well, I believe that was Davon Fuqua.
Yep. He is a good defensive player. Good quickness. He's coming out of the secondary.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14.
So if
that was a jet sweep, he had to be a rocket.
Well, yeah, he was. But I mean, if you got your corners and safeties, well, he's actually playing linebacker.
Yeah, he's kind of.
He's really a hybrid. He's not a linebacker.
Short pass is there, but no gain because the catch on the ground.
Brian Wall.
Wall went down and got it. They'll get the 4 yards back. It'll be 3rd and 10, back the original line of scrimmage.
Now this sounds like a minor thing. The center just came out because he had an equipment problem, so they just put another center in the game.
Yeah.
That hasn't been snapping. So let's watch this, make sure the snap is good. That's always something you worry about when you put a new center in the game.
High snap.
It wasn't good.
Murphy's going to have to get rid of it.
Oh my! Wide open. I tell you, Murphy made a heck of a play
because he got drilled.
He had to jump high to get the ball.
And look who drilled him.
Set his feet. Quarterback against quarterback. Cummings was the linebacker blitzing. But Murphy made a great athletic play. Jumped in the air to catch the bad snap. Got his feet on the ground. Threw the ball with Cummings right in his face. Gettelfinger was wide open.
Cummings lit him up, and a huge gain down to they put it down at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10, and that's a big play for the Pioneers, maybe the biggest one of the night so far.
Yep.
But boy, quarterback against quarterback, Cummings unloaded on Murphy.
Murphy won that battle.
They had a few words there.
Yes.
Handoff, Gettelfinger, and he fights for the end zone, a touchdown. Jeremy Gettelfinger does it on the ground, 11 yards. And it's a touchdown at the 6:26 mark, second quarter. And it's all set up by that long pass. That may be the drive of the game. That's we'll put a star by that for now.
43 yards on 2 plays.
Strebe, end to kick. Snap is low, gets it down. And it's good, so the extra point is there, and the score 12-7.
And I tell you, Carson Hellman did the holder. The holder doesn't get a lot of credit, but the holder did a great job on a bad snap, getting the ball back on the tee.
He sure did. I was the holder when I played, and I know that's stressful because it's all timing.
Yes.
Because he's going to start to kick no matter where you're at.
Yes.
And if your hand's in the way, he'll kick your hand through there.
And when I was a center, I was the snapper for extra points and field goals, and I would practice that, Mike, so much that I knew how much spin to put on the ball, so that when you got the ball, the laces were always facing the goalpost.
Yep, you got to spin it just to get it right.
But you never had to spin mine.
No.
When I could snap that and knew exactly how to snap that ball.
Well, our scoreboard sometimes has hiccups. It's hiccuping right now, so hit that button. We will probably have to reset the clock, but you get the score right. So one little minor glitch, but good night so far here. Good football game as well. 12-7.
Yep, well played. Some big plays, exciting plays, good hard-nosed football, hard hitting.
You know, Gettelfinger
very impressive.
Makes the catch, big gain, finishes off with an 11-yard run. But Murphy gets some credit there, too, because he took a shot to get that pass out.
Strebe kicking off.
See what he can do.
Good kick. And he put it in the end zone.
Well, surprise, surprise.
Is there a wind out there?
Not blowing from east to west. And touchback. Well, that's how you neutralize those explosive returns.
Yeah, way to go, Nathan Strebe.
And they'll start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Clarksville, you neutralize that explosive return potential when they don't return. Clarksville asked for the ball to be put on the near side hash stripe, or the hash mark. So
it tells me they're going to run bubble screen here to the left, to their left. Let's see if they got trips left.
Well, they haven't shown it completely yet, but you got to wonder.
Well, they got some speed out there. They got Nash.
It's very rare you go to the short side. Single back set. He actually throws to the middle, almost decapitates one of the referees.
Yeah, I think that was intended for forward, Marquise forward, but he was under a lot of pressure.
Good defense from the Pioneers. 2nd and 10. Incomplete pass stops the clock. So
Clarksville, the offense has some hiccups right now.
Well, these two teams seem to be fairly evenly matched tonight, which has given us a good game. Hope you're enjoying this at home. 12-7, Clarksville with the advantage, but a whistle is going to stop it here. We have an equipment issue, so Gettelfinger will need to come out, and they'll need to send someone in. That's usually how this works.
Yeah.
All of them standing around, what are you going in? Tyrone Davis gets his number tagged.
Uh-oh.
Craig Bratcher takes the spot of Gettelfinger in that middle linebacker area. Him and Kreninger. I'm sure Gettelfinger will reappear shortly.
Yeah, he's.
Do you attack that replacement?
Yes, I do, immediately.
Cummings, the quarterback. Lamar goes that direction, but he's chased down from behind, never got started.
Gettelfinger's sub. They did go pick on him, and he did get blocked, but thank goodness his buddy to the left of him, and I could see that number, is the right defensive tackle for Providence, did a really nice job. He disengaged, make contact and disengage from the block as quickly as you can.
3rd and 12, ball back at the 18-yard line. Providence's defense has come up stiff here in the last few minutes. Oh, my goodness.
Big sack.
Ball is loose. They say
he was down.
He was David Wall.
He was down big. Big David Wall moving from tight end to tackle, playing defensive end.
Jake Cummings, 5'10", 173 pounds, and David Wall came in there, looked like Bigfoot towering over him.
Didn't he?
His hand was up, and you can almost see Jake's eyes from here.
And Clarksville now is stalled, and this is what happened to them in the Charlestown game. They got a nice lead on Charlestown, and in the 2nd and 3rd quarter, everything stalled and they fell apart. And you're seeing a little bit of that right now, where they have really nothing going on offense.
4th and 20. And a timeout taken by Clarksville, so they'll take a timeout. That'll be their second. We'll take a break as well. Be back right after this on Glycod.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek up in the booth during that timeout. And these players are really leaving it all on the field, aren't they, Jim?
Yes, they are. We're not going to go into that.
No details, but they're really working hard out there. And you got to love that. These kids really giving it their all. Great football game tonight. timeout taken by the Generals. They're second. They got a couple to spend here with 5 minutes to go in the first half. 12-7, Generals with the lead, but you got to feel these last two drives have been dominated by the Pioneers.
Yes, they have. And,
the Pioneer defense has awakened.
And the Clarksville offense just looks like they're losing some oil and running on a flat tire right now.
Snap is there off to the side. Jake Cummings not going to get much of a kick.
No.
Not going to get much of a bounce. They stopped the ball, gentlemen.
Stop the ball.
Stop the ball.
But Mike, he's a lineman. He's a lineman. That lineman doesn't know what to do with a ball.
They're told not to ever touch it.
Don't touch the ball, whatever you do.
It was
So that was actually a 5-yard punt.
A 20-yard kick, 15-yard bounce back the other direction.
And a poor lineman is looking at the ball bouncing towards him.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't know what to do with that.
You know, you don't have a lot of special teams times in practice, and that's where it really cost you.
Did they get Gettelfinger back in the game? It looks like he's at his right slot back spot. I can't.
Yep, he's back.
Yep.
He was back on that last defensive play.
Maybe a little bit of a sweep this way to Gettelfinger.
You
yes,
think?
Sir.
Surprise. Davon Fuqua going to meet him in the backfield. And Gettelfinger saying, is anybody blocking that guy? 'Cause, I mean, he's nice and all, but I've met him enough. Nice tackle by Fuqua, a loss of 5, 2nd and 15.
See, in Fuqua, it's hard for me to determine what he's either a safety who's playing 5 yards off the line of scrimmage.
It's like a monster back,
yeah,
really.
Kind of a rover, monster, play where I need to play position.
Quick snap. Oh, nice blocking up front. Jackson Murphy.
Oh, good moves.
Waiting for Wall to give him a block out there. Picks up the 5 yards they lost. It'll be 3rd and 10. Murphy got something out of nothing that time. Good run by him.
Yep.
And David Wall out there trying to throw a nice block. You call him Rover, I call him Grover. I mean, just call him something. He's out there all over the field, Davon Fuqua.
Yeah, kind of like I say, kind of a hybrid position.
And sometimes you call it like a strong safety, but you really play it like an outside linebacker.
Right, yeah.
3rd and 10. Crenninger the back. Murphy, the quarterback. He's going to take a couple steps back, put it in the air. Has a receiver in Gettelfinger. And Gettelfinger has it into the end zone. Touchdown. 13-12. And the Pioneers take the lead.
And that's a great call by Providence's coaches, because Clarksville was in a man defense. Their receivers on the left side cleared out and took their defenders with him, and Gettelfinger just came all the way across the field, and his defender, who was supposed to cover him man, wasn't there. He lost him.
Lost him in the shuffle. Extra point attempt. Snap is there.
There's a good snap. There you go.
And Strebe puts it through, and it's 14-12. Pioneers up by 2. And the swing is back the other way. Generals looked good the early quarter and a half. The second half of this quarter is all Providence.
Well, to be honest, Mike, they've really their first touchdown was an interception on a tipped screen pass. Their second touchdown was a 5-yard pass that Fuqua ran 77 yards for a touchdown. They really haven't generated
a consistent offense.
And in the last 2 series, it was obvious they've really stalled on offense.
Well,
so they need to get the ball into their playmakers' hands. But Providence isn't letting them do that, and they're not getting very good field position. And when they get some kind of field position, they've had a penalty that's knocked them back.
Some mistakes and just a couple of miscues offensively have put them in bad spots.
Right.
But Clarksville, and we'll say this, Clarksville has all of the building blocks for a program that's on the upswing.
Right.
You still, even if they're not quite there yet, you're seeing a lot of good things where a couple years ago it was really hard to watch a general football game. And I don't mean that disrespectfully to the kids that played, but just wasn't a good season.
Right.
And this time the kick is
looks like it's going out of bounds.
Completely opposite of the last time. I don't understand.
I don't either.
The kicking game is mystery at the high school level, period. And you know that. You coach.
Yes. Well, and I didn't coach kickers. I never coached punters or kickers.
Is there such a thing?
I just let I leave another coach. I say, go. What do you want to do? I don't know. Go coach the kickers.
Coach the kickers.
I don't know anything about kicking. That's okay. Coach them.
Well, if you ever coach again, call me. I'll be your kickers coach.
Okay.
That's all I do.
Good. Don't wait by the phone, though.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's knocking on our doors,
No,
Jim.
not anymore.
Well past that season in life. First and 10 ball will be at the 35-yard line. Best field position in a quite a while for Clarksville. See if they can turn it into some points with 3.5 to go in the half.
Yeah, they've got to get the ball to playmaker.
Back never moved, so Cummings decides to do it himself.
Yeah, that looked like a broken play. Yeah, because Lamar is looking over at the coach with his hands out going like, what was that?
He can always go, I'm a sophomore.
Yeah,
so this is going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you the best job I ever did coaching kickers was recruiting them off the soccer team.
Yeah, you usually get pretty good ones that way.
Yes, you did. I was very fortunate to get a couple good soccer players, and I did have a good kicker.
Second down and 6.
Young man by Joey Klein. If Joey's out there listening, Joey, you were probably my best kicker. Toe to toe.
Second and 6. Cummings, quick pass out to the sideline. Davon Fuqua makes the first man miss, and that's all. And a quick whistle. He's going to be short of the first down. They'll give him forward progress to the 44-yard line, but it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Fuqua's got to do it by himself out there alone.
That ball, that play took too long. The ball was in the air too long. The pass was too long of a pass for Cummings, and Providence's players were able to react to it.
No huddle. Clarksville goes back at it quickly. First sound, handoff to Lamar. Nice run up the middle. Took a half-step delay and then exploded.
Stuck his foot in the ground and exploded forward because that was supposed to go to the left.
Saw some daylight and ran to it. 1st and 10, ball across the midfield to the 47. Clarksville moving again.
Now they're moving again. Now they're gaining a little confidence.
Yeah. Football is a game of swings. Handoff to Lamar, bounces it outside. He's going to be in. Well, he gets some positive yards, but it took a lot of time to do it. Sometimes that call of bouncing it outside is warranted. Other times, if you wait just a second or two, that block will finish.
Yeah, and the key to me is stick that foot in the ground and cut it upfield. Go north and south.
Picked up 3, 2nd and 7. Ball down to the 44. No huddle, under 2 minutes to go. Cummings in the shotgun. Hand off to Lamar. Quickly off to the left. There you go.
Uh-oh.
First down and more.
More.
Inside the 30 down to the 27, maybe 28-yard line.
They found something working on that left side and gave the ball to Lamar 3 times in a row.
The faster they hit that offensive line, the better.
Yeah.
1st and 10 again. 16-yard carry.
Left tackle Larry Spalding doing a nice job out there. Right there.
Quick pass out to Fuqua. Makes the first man miss. Stays down to the 20 and still fighting. He'll stay in bounds.
Yeah, it's going to be short, Mike. It'll be 3rd and 1, it looks like, or 2nd and 1.
See where they put her down at.
2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 is the call.
Say that's what get the ball to your wide receiver, your athletes quickly. Make one man miss, and you're going to end up with an 8-yard gain.
Offense taking a little long to get set here. And they get a flag. Motion, illegal procedure.
Can't afford that.
5-yard variety. It's going to cost them. 2nd and 2 becomes 2nd and 7.
Cannot afford those things.
Ball back down at the 25-yard line. Clarksville looking to try to go back ahead. They've led most of the way, 12-0, then 12-7. Pioneers have finally gotten on top, 14-12. Under a minute to go.
And Clarksville, they think they got 5 minutes to go. They're wasting too much time.
Handoff, Lamar, straight ahead, fights for yards.
Better call timeout. Better call timeout. Better call timeout.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Better call timeout. Now
They're acting like it.
They've just wasted 12 seconds.
That is such bad clock management.
Yep. They wasted 12 seconds.
Well, they're going to take a timeout. That'll be their third. We'll take one as well. Clarksville going to talk it over. We'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. It is, what is it? Oh, it is at 3rd and 3?
3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, long 3, short 4.
Yeah. Clarksville with the ball. They're driving. Best drive they put together really of the night. Their scores have been long plays.
Yeah.
But these quick hitters have been productive for them. But now after this timeout and delay, you almost give Providence a little bit of wind here. Yeah. Cummings, the quarterback, Lamar, the running back.
Get the ball to that left slot back quick. Oh, jeez. Timeout, 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 timeout.
David Wall.
Timeout.
Reading their mail, and a timeout taken by Clarksville.
Yeah, the clock operated a little slow with their thumb.
That's going to bring up 4th and 8. And we'll stay here with the action here as the Clarksville takes that timeout. And clock management at the high school level is one of the most frustrating aspects of the game, I think.
Well, the Clarksville coach had timeout immediately. He was on the field with timeout immediately. It was just a little slow up here in the press box.
Yeah. 4th and 8. It's makeable. It's doable, but what play are you going to run? Bubble screen?
I'd run the bubble screen, but they've got a block up front because Providence is going to bring some heat.
Yeah, like that time.
But if they bring the heat and you get that bubble screen, you're going to have only one man to beat.
It's almost you wish you could give the quarterback enough, if he had enough presence of mind. I mean, you could see David Wall was stunting on that whole play. If you hand that ball off to the running back, he's toast.
Yeah.
I'd fake the handoff and just spin around and go the other way. You might have a chance.
Well, you might. You're right, because they're not expecting a bootleg pass.
Yeah, I mean, at least you don't take the loss and you do something.
So if they can get the first down, they might be able to get another play off.
4th and 8. Big play here for Clarksville. Can they convert?
Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He breaks it. Inside the 20. Did he get enough for a first down?
Okay, they're calling timeout. Referee's got time. Are they going to measure? Nope. 4th down. First down.
Hit. There you go.
And again, this young man playing quarterback for Clarksville is just playing quarterback for the first time.
Yeah.
So you need to have presence of mind. Once he stepped forward and broke that first line of rushing, was to stop and find that open receiver and throw that ball. But he saw the open field and went for it.
1st and 10, turnover on downs. It'll be the Pioneers' ball. They're just going to take a knee and run out the clock. That's going to be the end of the first half. With the score, Providence 14, Clarksville 12. We'll be back, I think. We're waiting for them to run off the field here. The final 10 seconds will tick down, and we'll let that expire. Clarksville takes the lead. Providence plays some catch-up. Good football game here at the break. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time.
Jeff at Columbus East
It's
underway, no
unfortunate,
score.
sure,
Game
but
relocated
it's not
from
like she's
Jeff
going to
because
write you
of
out of her
field
will or
issues.
anything.
Silver Creek at Eastern underway, no score.
When you need to be there, you need an interstate. The car battery.
North Harrison,
Autotex
Charlestown, still 13-6.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the state of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek at halftime as Clarksville and Providence tangling here. Providence with the lead right now, 14-12, and we've got some scores of other games. I guess we can go through those as they're coming in.
You want me to give them?
Sure, go ahead,
here. Silver Creek and Eastern are still no score. Game is underway. North Harrison is beating Charlestown 19-14. And New Albany's at the wrong end of the 35-14 score against Floyd Central.
All right.
But if you're a Floyd Central fan,
you got to love it.
You're on the right side of the 35-14 score.
That is true. So, and I think there's at least 2 or 3 Floyd Central fans out there.
And Jeff and Columbus East, no score yet. The game is at Columbus East because Jeff is installing a new field.
That's right.
And they waited till football season to get it started.
And it seems that every week Charlestown got started late in their home games because their field wasn't quite ready yet. And that's, there's a lot of things that aren't normal this year. So let's don't be.
Yeah, right.
We don't want to be too hard on them. It's a 2020 ain't nothing been normal.
Yeah, we
year.
are very happy that we have football, that the kids have a chance to play, the coaches have a chance to do what they do best. And this is just wonderful that we're actually playing, because I know there are states out there that aren't doing this on Friday night.
Exactly. There are 37 states, if you want to know the truth, that did not start football in the fall this year. Now, a couple of them have started late. Kentucky's underway this weekend, I believe, starting this week. But Indiana, one of the first 13 states to take the dive. And I have to say, by and large, I mean, you've had a couple of games that have gotten canceled because of the virus and the fears and things. But pretty much we've got the same product we had last year. Miss a player or two depending on the week, but it's gone pretty well, I think, so far.
And really, Mike, from what I could see in talking with the coaches, it's really no different than, I lost a player because of a sprained ankle, or this player's missing because, he had bronchitis this week. And basically, it's kind of the same thing. It's the next man up. We're practicing. We're doing what we're doing. We're happy to be out here doing it.
Yeah, and I think it's healthy for the players to be playing. It's not only physically healthy, it's psychologically healthy. And not just for the players, but for the communities. Even if you can, and I know people are concerned, and I'm not saying there's no virus. I'm not downplaying it. We're not being political at all. But we're saying that it's good for folks to have some normalcy in their life where you can get it. And if you don't want to be out here, that's why we're here, to bring it to you. So I think it's been good, and we've had great weather the last couple of nights.
Yeah, we have. And, it's good for I'm looking across the field, the fans. Clarksville fans are over there, social distancing for the most part.
Yeah.
Look out the window. Providence people are over here, social distancing. It's good for them. Providence's dance team was out on the field performing. It's good for them.
Yeah.
Providence's cheerleaders are out here in front of us. It's good for them. I mean, this is just good stuff for high school kids and their parents and the fans.
And good mentally for everybody. And speaking of good, we have a pretty good one here at the halftime. It's 14-12, Pioneers over the Generals. So we're going to head and take another break. We'll be back with more right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana High School football.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local board.
The Locker Room is proud to be a supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Located at 319 Spring Street in historic Jeff, the Locker Room has been in business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. Owned by David Oram, the Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call 812-282-8600. That's 812-282-8600.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens.
And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Welcome back here, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, and it is halftime here at Providence High School. The score is Providence 14, Clarksville 12. A good game. Just recapping the scoring for you. It opened up at the 4:38 mark, the first quarter. Marquise Forward gets a tipped pass, screen pass to Gettelfinger. Went through his hands. Marquise Forward came up with it, 67 yards. He went the other way, broke a couple of tackles, scored the touchdown, extra point, blocked. And then again, second score was in the first quarter. Fuquay takes a 78-yard pass to the house and did that with his speed. Got a couple of nice blocks downfield as well. Extra point. Due to a penalty, they came up short, so no extra points for them at all tonight. Providence woke up at the 6:26 mark of the second quarter with an 11-yard run by Gettelfinger after a nice pass and catch that got them down within striking distance.
Play of the game, well, besides Fuquay, for Providence, obviously the play of the game so far.
And then Gettelfinger again, jet sweep around the left side and forces his way into the end zone for a touchdown. I think he went 10 or 11 yards on that carry as well.
That was the 5-yard punt that Clarksville had, if you remember.
Yeah.
That was and their field position
was poor.
Well, it was
or
great for Providence.
for Providence.
Yeah.
So that recaps the scoring, and like I said, we've given you scoring updates across the spectrum. We'll try to get others as they come in, but good one tonight. Nice night for football in Southern Indiana. Wherever you're at, cloudy skies have kept the temperatures down. Humidity not terrible, just a bit of a breeze out there, and overall, not a bad second weekend in September. So we'll go ahead and take our break and be back with more halftime coverage, including our adjustments. Those are always important, and I'm sure you've got some suggestions, Jim.
I do. They won't listen to me, but I'll make the suggestions.
All right. Well, stand by. We'll be back with those right after this on Glycod.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice.
So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
I was at practice one day, kind of made a cut through the lane, and I noticed that I landed on my knee a little weird. I saw my trainer here at school, and they highly recommended that I go to priority radiology. Any athlete, when you do go down with it, made a big difference because I wasn't left waiting for weeks before I could even start a treatment. I was able to get what I needed right away.
This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence High School at halftime. The score 14-12. Providence leads Clarksville in a good one here, Southern Indiana, Friday night. Now, why isn't he kicking like that during the game? Strebe kicked a field goal.
He just kicked a 45-yard field goal.
Yeah, nice.
In practice. But that's what I mean. He's got the leg to do it.
Yeah, he's come along, kicking better than he did last year. We've seen that up at the young man up at Silver Creek. His leg has improved dramatically as well.
And Strebe is he's a senior.
Senior, yeah. So let's talk about some adjustments here. That's really kind of the witch's brew. You talk about all the stuff that happens in the locker room. That's one of the mysterious things. People in the stands go, what do they talk about in there?
Well, here's the way we used to work it. The kids get in, sit down, relax, take your helmet off, get a drink of water, do what you need to do for the second half. The coaches, we'd all meet together, and then I would get with the defensive coaches, and we would talk about what we needed to do, what was hurting us. We'd look at the statistics, talk to the guys that have been upstairs. How are they hurting us? What do we need to do? What do we have in our system? What do we have on our game plan that we can use to stop them? And then okay, defensive coach, you take care of that now with your defensive players. I walk over now and I'm going to talk to the offensive coaches. I was usually the offensive coordinator, so I would talk to the offensive line coach, the receivers coach. What have you seen? What do you see upstairs? What are they doing defensively? Are they doing this? This is hurting us. What do we have in our arsenal that we can attack their defense? And, every coach has got things in their arsenal, in their game plan that they can use. So that's the way we do it. And that usually took about 12 minutes. By that time, the 15-minute halftime was up. You got to get the kids back out there and play. So there's not a whole lot that you can do. And if you haven't done it in practice that week, then certainly don't try to put it in the game in the second half.
Yeah, there are very few new plays that are ever introduced in a locker room that make it to the field or that are successful.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, I think there's a caveat to that, because the years that we passed the ball a lot, when we were passing the ball 30, 40, 50 times a game, you could actually make up plays because it was just, you do this, you run this route, you run that route, let's run this combination route. And the lineman would look at you and say, what do we want? It's pass blocking. What's your pass blocking rules? And our pass blocking rules were very simple. And if anybody who's listening to this was an offensive lineman for us, they probably still could tell you what the pass blocking rules. Mow me mow. And if you could learn the term mow me mow, you could pass block. And man on, man inside, man outside.
I always, the way I was taught to me is over, inside, outside. Just basically the guy.
Too many words. You're talking to offensive linemen.
Me mow.
Mow me mow. Mow me mow. It's something you could remember. Man on, man inside, man outside.
It's like the Sound of Music starting in mow me. Okay.
But if you are a passing team, it really is very simple. The linemen have one set of blocking rules. No matter what front a defense puts up, no matter what blitzes they give you, they've got their rule. And it's just then you can just manipulate the receivers around. Okay, you want to talk about the adjustments?
Yes, let's talk about the adjustments.
Who do you want first?
Let's start with Clarksville. They trail and they're on the road.
Well, Clarksville's got to shore up that outside sweep. They've got to get their outside defensive players to hold leverage. A couple times Hadaball makes some really nice plays, but there was a couple times where he stuck his nose inside when Gettelfinger was breaking it outside. So if they can shore that up, if they have a defensive plan like that. The other thing they got to be careful in that man coverage they use is when they clear out one side and drag a receiver all the way over, that somebody's going to have to be there to cover him, like Gettelfinger on that pass play.
Yeah, and as we're watching this, I'm seeing Gettelfinger. They're going through the warm-ups. He's on the sideline taking a drink of water, helmet off, quickly getting it back on. But as he was doing the running warm-up, he looked a little gimp on the right leg. You don't want to overplay that or make too much out of it, but he was not running like the other guys were running. And, he's a guy they can ill afford to lose.
No, offensively or defense. And then Clarksville on offense, they need to pick up those blitzes. Remember, their quarterback is his first game, and things are happening out there that are a lot quicker than what he had in practice.
Oh, yeah.
So if the offensive lineman can pick up some of those stunts, he's got an adequate arm, and he's got some great receivers who can make things happen. So they need to give him just enough time to get those quick little passes out.
Okay, Providence makes adjustments as well.
Well, I like the Providence adjustment they made during the second quarter is to bring in the nose man over that center, because it really shook up the center. And you remember that series of plays where 3 or 4 snaps rolled back to the quarterback, and that's when Providence got that great field position. So maybe a little bit more of that. Keep coming with the heat, keep pressuring that new quarterback. And offensively, I still am waiting for them to reverse and counter and bootleg off of that sweep play.
And then we get ready for the third quarter. Everything's set to start here. Clarksville received the kickoff to open the game, so they will give it to the Pioneers to start the second half. Pioneers with a 14-12 lead, and here we go. That's a different kick. Taken on the bounce by Heldman. Goes to the left.
Oh, he's got a hole.
He's got some room.
He's got some wheels.
And a head of steam. And finally knocked out of bounds by Marquise Forward, but a great return across midfield to the 42-yard line. Nice run.
Gives Providence some great field position to start the second half.
One of those areas that sometimes don't get as much attention during the work week is special teams, and a kickoff return like that can change momentum.
Sure can. So let's see what Providence is going to come out with in the second half.
1st and 10 here. Providence.
There's trips.
Trips to the right. Jackson Murphy puts Heldman in motion and hands it to him. Heldman going to split out to the right. Sheds one block. Dives forward for a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Good tackle by Cummings out of his linebacker spot, and Clarksville's got a player down.
All right, well, we've got a player down, so we'll take a quick break while they attend to the injury. Hopefully it's not serious. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by W.M. Kelly in New Albany. Find out about a rewarding career by emailing info@wmkelly.com.
And welcome back here. Glad to see the player get some assistance, Kent, off the field. That was injury to Sam Stewart, valuable player, both sides of the ball. See if he comes back, and we got some stats coming into us.
We do. I can do them very quickly for
Sure.
us. Clarksville had 103 yards passing and 53 yards rushing, 156 total. Providence 49 yards passing, 71 yards rushing, 120. Very even, as the score indicates.
And Kinsey Winstead of, I believe, the Tribune that got that to us. Handoff. Jackson Murphy, nice wheels. Mr. Murphy gets to the corner, and nice run, picks up 9. He needed 8, so it's 1st down.
Yeah. Clarksville again losing that leverage, losing that containment on the end.
And look who's back in the game after one play out, Sam Stewart.
Sam Stewart.
I like those kids with a little moxie.
I did too. Must have just been a cramp.
Yeah, so good to see him back in the game. We've had 2 weeks, 2 fairly serious injuries back-to-back. We'd really like to see no more this year. 1st and 10, ball at the 31. Clarksville trying to get a stop here. Jackson Murphy, he's not going to get too far this time.
Big number 77 had a hold of that jersey. As Tyler Goldman had a hold of that jersey and wasn't going to about let go of it.
Yep. It reminds me, every once in a while I see that, I think of the old tearaways in the late 70s, early 80s.
Now you're giving away your age. People don't even know what tearaway jerseys are.
Yeah, back in the day, the jersey just pull off and the guy keep running. You're like, what the?
Yeah, and he'd have to come in and they'd change jerseys. He might go through 3 or 4 jerseys every game.
I know. Those were they outlawed those after a while.
They did. You're right.
2nd down and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Quad here on the left. Gettelfinger.
And good coverage by Davon Fuqua. Comes up from his roving safety spot. Gets a stop. No gain on the play. 3rd and 10.
Yep.
Good defensive stand this time by Clarksville. Can they get one more out of him?
They have to, but Marquise Ford, who is this outside linebacker spot, keeps rushing inside and losing that containment. They were lucky that time that the corner came up.
3rd and 10. Big 3rd down play here.
Let's see.
Probably 2 down territory.
They got twins right, twins left, one back in the backfield.
Quarterback in the.
I believe it's going to be a passing play. Yep.
Pistol Kreninger steps up to block. Murphy sprints to his right, left-hander, and he throws behind the receiver, incomplete.
Yeah, we got holding on Providence.
So you take the penalty, put some 10 more on it. Penalty's going to push him back. I think you take the yards and not the down. What do you think?
I think I take the yards also.
And they're going to decline it and say we want 4th down and 10. So interesting call. We'll see.
Yeah, very interesting.
Bozier. Providence wants to send in a play. Why not? This is not punting territory.
Remember that first play of the game, the little pass play to Gettelfinger that was so successful?
Yep.
This was a good time to run it right here.
The jet pass, as we called it.
Yep.
4th and 10. Murphy.
Someone's supposed to move, but they're not moving.
And he's
now it's 5 yards.
He's just looking at the sideline. Everybody's like,
I felt so sorry for Jackson Murphy. He kept stomping his foot, and nobody was moving. That's supposed to be a signal for motion. And everybody looked at each other like, who, me? Who, me? And I think, I don't know. I think if I was Providence's coach, I'd go for it.
4th and 15, and Luke Crewer in to kick.
He's going to kick it in the end zone. It's going to come out to the 20, and they're going to end up with 15-yard punt.
Snap is good. Not much of a kick, but into the hands of Davon Fuqua. And he's going to be out to the 10, almost to the 20. They go down to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 there. Not terrible.
No, good return. 15 yards. I'm not so sure I like him catching the ball on the 5-yard line.
Yeah, usually you let it go there.
Yep.
But the way the ball bounces on turf, it
don't
gets
know
to be a risky thing.
Yeah, you don't know which way it's going to bounce.
Yeah. I've seen it go all the way down to the 1 and then just pop all the way back.
Yep.
1st and 10 will be the situation. They'll put it down at the 20, so gave him just a little bit more there.
So let's see if Providence is going to put a man down on the nose. No, they're not.
Jake Cummings, the quarterback. Keyshawn Minor not playing tonight. Cummings acquits himself fairly well so far. Wow, he got more than I thought.
Yeah.
Lamar spurted through there. He's the only white jersey that far downfield.
Well,
I think he ran over a few of his players, picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Got some spunk, that young man.
Yeah, he does. He's good runner. Sophomore, good sized kid, good strong runner. Providence's defenses looked like a last defense they were pinching in. I was watching Wall 51, and he came crashing to the inside. Let's see what he does this time.
Here he comes again.
Pass. Oh,
my goodness. Good move by Cummings.
Yes.
Holy cow. What a hit. Oh, Cummings got a pop. And Jackson Murphy, the quarterback in the other way, returned the favor. Cummings laid into him earlier in the game. This time Murphy returned it.
Yeah, and Cummings made a great play to evade Wall and just striving for that extra yard.
Oh, my
Jackson
goodness.
Murphy made a nice hit, and Cummings they're going to take him out of the game for a little bit.
Yeah, let him get remember where he's at. I don't think he got a concussion, but he just got hit hard.
He just got hit hard, yeah.
And put the helmet on the ball, and it came shooting out. Turnover, credit Jackson Murphy on the hit. And now back at quarterback.
Gettelfinger sweep, no.
Gettelfinger on the sidelines at the moment. Murphy going to put it up in the end zone. Got plenty of room.
Nice defensive play.
Tipped.
Nice defensive play by Fuqua.
Actually, that was Dakota Caps, I believe,
Dakota
number 9.
Caps.
Yeah.
Number 9, I thought it was 6, but you're right, Caps. Nice defensive play. He's rangy, too. I mean, receiver was open. That was a nice pass play.
Gettelfinger was split out that time.
Yeah.
But the pass was to 28. That was Brian Wall. But not a bad pass.
No.
Good defense.
He had a good time, good offensive line blocking.
And it's a good time to take a shot like that,
Yep.
too, 1st and 10. 2nd and 10 right now, and Murphy redirecting some traffic out there. Wall was on the wrong side. Now he's set, and now we know where that's going. Gettelfinger gets to the sideline. He stepped out of bounds, so that play was done before he got tackled. But, he's looking for the sidelines, going to plant his feet and turn up. Whatever's there is theirs, the way Gettelfinger's thinking, it looks like.
Davon Fuqua is a really good defensive player making some plays, but he keeps coming inside on that play, and they're losing one of their better players by him going inside. And he's getting picked off on the block, and Gettelfinger is, a little bit too quick for him to catch.
He picked up a couple, will be 3rd and 8.
We'll watch him again. No.
Yep. Murphy steps back, and he's in the hands, in the grasp, and a completion. How they got that off, I'll not know. Austin Hadaball was all over him.
And Austin Hadaball's taking a knee. I think he's looking for someone to come in.
Hadaball needs some attention. He's going to get off the field. I think he just got a little shook up on that play. Nothing serious.
Yeah, and I tell you, Clarksville's not in a position where they can ill afford to start losing players with injuries.
So that I didn't even see who came back to get that pass.
I didn't either. Could have been Wall. Could have been 28.
Yeah, I was looking at the defender and the play, and I thought Murphy was going to throw into traffic there.
Yeah, I did too.
That's a dangerous pass. They quickly up to the line. Gettelfinger takes it, goes left.
Nope.
Not that time.
Was that Fuqua? See, Fuqua didn't go inside, though, that time.
No,
right?
He stayed out.
Yeah, he stayed outside where he should have been.
Made the play, and the turnover on downs goes back to Clarksville. So they bend and don't break.
Yep.
Looked like Providence had everything going their way that drive, and Clarksville found a way to shut it down. And Cummings is back in the game, quarterback, after taking that big hit last series. It turned into a fumble.
Yeah, actually end up right back where they started from.
So they don't lose much on the turnover except time. They trail 14-12 here in the third quarter. Cummings in the shotgun, handoff Lamar, quickly through. Nice cut, just lost his foot.
Yep, you see that a lot on this type of surface, this type of AstroTurf, field turf it's called. Players are making sharp cuts. A lot of times you'll see their feet slip out.
Picked up a couple to be 2nd and 8, and they have different length cleats for different types of turf, but in high school you can't really afford to do what they do at the college and pro level.
And there's a layer of ground-up tire and ground-up rubber underneath the green grass that you're seeing.
Fake the handoff, quick pass out to the flat. A lot of dancing.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to the prom on that one.
And a lot of blue shirts over there. If you look, I think I counted 8 blue shirts around that play.
And still managed to pick up a couple, so it's going to be 3rd and 7 is what they say. Ball out the 33-yard line. They need to get to the 38. So 3rd and 6. Whatever. It's roughly. We call it yards, but it's a game of inches.
Long 6.
Yeah. Cummings and Lamar in the backfield. Quarterback waits for the snap, has it. Quick pass downfield.
Oh, my. That should have been intercepted.
Carter Lannon, I believe.
It was Carter Lannon and Cummings. I give him credit. He's under a lot of pressure right now. The David Wall is doing a great job of putting pressure on the quarterback, just bull rushing, just running right over the top of their offensive tackle. And that last time Clarksville actually put 2 people to block him.
It'll be interesting to see David Wall work against that young man on Charlestown next week.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And we'll get to see that,
Speaking of that.
We will actually. Who called timeout?
They need to signal that. Who called it?
I don't know. Did you see who called timeout?
I did not. Then they don't. They're supposed to tell us, but they didn't. So timeout taken. We'll actually stay with it here, but we'll take that opportunity to promote where we're going to be next week, right here.
We're going to be right back here.
I'm just going to camp out
at Gene Sartini Field, Providence High School,
at Murphy
Pioneers,
Stadium,
Clarksville, Indiana, Murphy Stadium,
as they take on the Charlestown Pirates. Charlestown gotten off to a sputtering start. They open with a tough schedule, though. They got Brownstown early, Silver Creek early.
Yeah.
It's like, fighting 3 heavyweight champions right out of the gate.
I should tell you, there was a time when I almost was an assistant coach at Providence.
Really?
Yep. Coach Sartini was going to hire me right out of college, and I had already signed a contract with Jefferson County Schools, and he called me over and was recruiting me to be one of his assistant coaches. 1971.
Wow. Cummings in to punt. He better hurry. He took too much time, and it went almost straight up.
Oh!
Holy cow, nice bounce.
Yes.
And it rolls to a stop. A friendly Clarksville roll.
I think he needs to punt the ball a little faster.
He took too much time.
I was amazed that wasn't blocked.
Yeah, that's a small miracle.
Well,
1st and 10, ball at the 47-yard lines where they'll start. Providence takes over on the punt. No return.
And both teams offensively are stalled right now. We're just kind of moving between the 20 and the 20.
Jackson Murphy, the quarterback for Providence. Pioneers with a 2-point lead, trying to take the 8th win in a row in this series. Murphy throws it down the middle and overthrows the intended receiver. He's got the arm.
He does.
Brian Wall was open, gotten behind the defenders, but just couldn't make a connection there. You don't really want to throw a laser down the center of the field like that.
Well, and Clarksville doesn't have a deep safety, so you can put a little air under the ball and not worry about a safety.
You put too much air, though, Clarksville can close. Carson Heldman to the right. Gets through the first wave and a big gain of 9.
Lot of penalty flags on that play.
And a fumble on the play recovered by Clarksville.
Huh.
And a Providence player down. And we've got an injury for Providence. So
there's a lot of things happening right now. We got the flags to worry about, a fumble, and an injured player.
All right, we'll take a quick break as they attend to the injury. And we'll be back right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana High School football.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
On the field, Providence team taking a knee, as is Clarksville. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence. 14-12 your score in the third quarter. And kind of recap what just happened there, because there was a lot.
Well, yeah, there were 3 different things happening in there. And the penalty was against Providence for illegal block in the back. The second thing that happened, there was a fumble that occurred down on the Clarksville sidelines, and Clarksville did recover that. The referee just signaled that. And the young man who was injured is now sitting up and moving.
That's a good sign.
That is a wonderful sign. And we still don't know who that is. It was one of their big linemen, I know that.
Yep. And
like I say, both teams are limited the number of players they have. And you know what I'm seeing here? I see number 70 warming up at center, Devin Goodrow.
He was started last week.
Yes, he did. And so it makes me think that it might be the young man that
Andrew Singleton.
Yeah.
But we don't know that for sure. But he's standing up.
He is up. He's moving. Good for him.
And I can attest, you can probably do the same, that sometimes these injuries and you go, well, he's standing up walking off the field. What was the big deal? You get a pain. Yes. Sometimes you don't know how bad it is, right, especially if it's in the lower leg, and it scares you.
Yes.
You're a high school kid. And sometimes it takes your body a second to go, okay, my leg's still attached. And it's not as bad as we thought.
So I think that is, the number's kind of scrunched up.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
He's walking very gingerly off the field, so it's...
Can't tell if that's 66 or 88. But
I think it's 66.
Since they don't have an 88, I'm going to...
There's no 86, so I would have to say it's Andrew Singleton.
Yeah.
He's the young man that started at center.
Do we have a new center in the game, or will?
We'll have.
Yeah.
So Now, let's see if Clarksville got a break. They got some field position. Let's see if they can do something with it.
1st and 10 ball on the 45-yard line, and the snap and handoff to Lamar right up into the center. 5 yards, 6, 7 maybe.
Yep.
We'll see where they spot him down at, but a nice run by Robert Lamar, the sophomore for Clarksville, and he gets across midfield to the 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 2, Clarksville. Nice start of this drive.
You know, if I'm Clarksville's coach and I'm looking at my offense, I am going to direct a lot of things to the left-hand side because David Wall is playing that left defensive end, and I'm going to run away from him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Missed opportunity that time, and it cost them.
Backs ran into each other.
Lamar gets the handoff, but really had nowhere to go, and guess who was in there?
David Wall. But actually, they were in that two-back set with the quarterback in between, and it looked like it was going to be a crossing, a kind of fake play, and the two backs actually ran into each other. So they're very lucky it wasn't a fumble.
Yeah, very much so. 3rd and 4, ball at the 49. So they need to try to get something here. Wait for the snap. There it is. Lamar takes it. Goes straight ahead. He's going to be close to the first down. I think he's got it. And they'll move the chains again. Breeze picks up here. Just nice night here in Southern Indiana.
Yeah, it is perfect.
1st and 10, Clarksville. They'll put the ball down just across the 45. Clock keeps moving. Drive keeps going. So 1st and 10, Clarksville. Can they do something here and get a score? They really haven't scored since the first quarter. Been silent. Lamar, quick handoff and a quick hit. Oh, my goodness.
He got through that line of scrimmage and just ran over the defensive back for Providence.
Oh, my goodness. I thought he was going to run up him and down the other side. That was a great run by Robert Lamar. Picked up 13 yards. 1st and 10, ball down to the 32. Clarksville getting something going on the ground, but it's all on that left side.
Yep. Well, they're running away from David Wall, and I don't blame them.
I'd make that a habit personally. 1st and 10, high snap.
Doing it again.
Beats the first tackle. Breaks across the 30 down to about the 27, 28. So 2nd and 5.
Now let's see if they can run a counter off of that. They got to have something else that they can run off of that because Providence is they're going to shore up that right side of their defensive line by stunting or bringing somebody in and as extra defender.
It's 2nd down and 6, they call it.
So I think they flip-flop Wall and put Wall on the left side.
Pass out the other side. Davon Fuqua. Can't really get anything going. Good coverage on the defense. Carson Heldman, Brian Wall, and others coming over.
But I'm going to tell you, the next time I do that, I'm going to turn and fake that bubble screen and let Fuqua go deep because those corners and safeties are flying up there to cover him.
Yep.
So a little pump fake and go. Whoo, easy score.
If they've got the time to give him to make that pump.
That's not that quick. I mean, it's just 1, 2, 3, pump, go. Here comes Wall.
Lamar, this time the left side stands. On the right side of that defense.
And see, they just slanted. The whole defensive line just slanted right, and because they knew Clarksville was going to run to the left.
And that'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 10.
You've got to have some kind of counter off of the plays that are successful, Mike. You have to have some kind of counter play. It's a cause and effect kind of thing, Mike. We talked about this before.
Yep.
If the defense is stopping you doing one thing, they're weakening themselves doing something else. So you've got to see that and counter it.
4th and 10, they're going to go for it. Jake Cummings, the quarterback, getting his first start tonight. Throws up into traffic.
Oh, he
made the catch. An acrobatic catch.
Down to the 18.
Michael Nash picks up the first down. Wow.
Yep.
Great coverage.
Right. 4th and 10. Yeah, good coverage. Good pass. I mean, a young man for Clarksville just made a fantastic acrobatic catch.
Put the ball down on the 19-yard line. Still 1st and 10, and great for Clarksville. And that's just a great effort by Nash, because he was in coverage. He was being hit. He reached up and pulled that down. Right side this time. Not much there. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to see who that was, and that was Fuqua in the backfield.
Yeah.
Clock running under 40 seconds to go here. We may get one more play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they have to. Otherwise, they're going to run out the
play clock.
Play clock will run out.
Cummings, the quarterback. Lamar, the single tailback to his right. Shotgun formation. Snap is there. Cummings fakes the option. Keeps it himself. Gets down to the 15. Hard yards.
Yep.
Picked up 4. 3rd and 6. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter with the score. Providence 14, Clarksville 12, but the Generals knocking on the door. We'll be back with the fourth quarter. It promises to be a good one. Coming back right after this on Glycod.
A proud supporter of
this second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the state of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. Providence High School, the Pioneers lead the Generals 14-12. The start of the fourth quarter, and we have a 3rd down and 6. Clarksville has the ball in the red zone.
Well, Clarksville's come up with one big play after another so far in this series, Mike, and let's see if they've got something else in their arsenal that they can pull out and get these 6 yards.
Jake Cummings, the quarterback.
Trips to the left.
Robert Lamar, the single setback. Snap. Throws it out to Davon Fuqua. Hesitates, heads to the sideline. Did he get enough forward progress? He's going to be short.
It's going to be, looks like 4th and 1, Mike.
4th and 1, the call. We're getting some scores coming in. I know we got finally an update from the Silver Creek Eastern game.
Okay, Floyd Central 42, New Albany 19 with 10 minutes left in the third quarter. Silver Creek 52, Eastern 0 in the third quarter. North Harrison 26, Charlestown 22 in the third. And finally, Columbus East 36, Jeff nothing. 4th and 1, big play. Oh, somebody called timeout. Ooh.
And a timeout taken by Clarksville. So timeout Clarksville. They take a break. We'll take one as well. Stand by. We'll be back right after this. Well, actually, we'll just stay with it here, Jim. Let's go ahead and you gave that scores, but I didn't get a chance to say the scoreboard update.
So should we do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Okay. Floyd Central 42, New Albany 19, 10:07 left in the third quarter. Silver Creek 52, Eastern 0 in the third quarter. North Harrison 26, Charlestown 22. That's a surprise.
Mm-hmm.
That's early in the third quarter, but Charlestown has a history of making a comebacks this year.
They sure do.
And it's still Columbus East 35, Jeff 0 late in the second quarter. That score may actually be updated soon.
Yeah, and that's probably a running clock situation.
Right.
Is the game out at Eastern tonight. Right. Silver Creek up big there. So your scoreboard update, again, brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. For more than 35 years, the Clark County Youth Coalition has been the state's eyes and ears in Clark County monitoring data and working to reduce substance use and abuse. For more information, visit clarkcountylcc.org. Let's get right back to it. This is a big fourth down play, fourth and a long one. Clarksville, can they convert? Cummings going to the left. Did he get enough forward progress?
Yeah, he got the first down.
He did. And a flag. Where at? On the far side.
Oh, procedure against Clarksville.
5-yard penalty.
Oh,
that's devastating.
Well, we go back to our keys of the game, and no mistakes, no big plays, no mistakes, and they're making mistakes.
We're going to call this 4th and 6. Ball back out to the 16-yard line. They got to get it down to about the 9.
Right.
So, inside the 10.
So they need 6 yards.
At least 6. So we'll see what it is here.
Let's see. What are they going to do? We got trips, right?
Cummings, the quarterback, in the shotgun. Lamar, the setback to his right.
Little roll out to the right.
I'd put them out there, yeah.
Yeah, roll out right.
Throwing it in the end zone.
Oh, he got it. He caught it.
Touchdown.
Heck of a pass. What a nice catch. I can't catch the number.
Davon Fuqua.
What a nice play.
Wow. That ball thrown up there, and at the 11-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Clarksville scores on a 16-yard TD pass to Davon Fuqua.
One of the hardest plays to defend is the underthrown ball thrown at the outside shoulder.
Yeah.
You just cannot. The only way you defend it is pass interference. And they're going for 2 again. They have no choice but to go for 2.
Yeah, 18-14 the score. And a timeout taken
by.
Please signal. Clarksville.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. Clarksville burns another timeout here with a 4-point lead. They kind of have to. So they need to get this extra point. We'll take a break and converse. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here.
This is big. This 2-point is big, Mike. Sorry.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 here. Cummings, Lamar, the back. That's an interesting call.
Oh, I think he got in.
Oh, my goodness. What
yes,
a great
what a effort.
Marquise forward takes the little shovel pass, dives to the end zone, and just gets across.
What an effort on his part. Nice play, though. That's what we talked about, a little rollout, sprint-out pass. And you put the defender in a position where do I take the quarterback or do I stay with my receiver? And the quarterback knows if he comes on me, I throw the pass. If he stays on the receiver, I go in and score.
So the 2-point conversion is good. That makes the score 20-14. Generals on top, and 11 minutes to go in the ball game. We got a good one here in Clarksville.
Let's see what the Pioneers can generate now.
The only question I have is that early timeout that was taken in the third quarter, the referees never signaled who it was called on, so I don't know if the Generals have 1 timeout left or 2.
Right.
And that really will come into play
It will.
sometime down the road. And we can't tell you.
And none of the people in the press box could help because they never saw a signal either.
Yeah. So the Generals to kick off, Jake Cummings, man, he's done a lot tonight. He's been asked to do a lot, and he's really done a good job. backup quarterback and has your team in the lead in the fourth quarter, he's certainly a candidate for one of the outstanding players of the game.
Oh, nice kick, too.
Wow, great kick.
Nice kick.
Gettelfinger touches it, and it goes back in the end zone.
Touchback.
Yeah, no the way back to the end zone.
Even though the player hit it in the field, once the ball goes into the end zone,
you can't
no matter what, it's a touchback.
Never can bring it out. No. That's right. So break for Gettelfinger that it did roll through his hands into the end zone. If it stayed in the field of play, he could have had a disaster.
Yeah.
But ball comes out to the 20 with a leg like that. That's really a good kickoff.
We got to remember now, Providence has got a new center in. Now that's not a new center because he was their center in their game last week.
Yeah.
But he hasn't been playing in this game.
That's Goodrow, Devin Goodrow. He's a junior. Handoff, Carson Heldman, and he's held all right. Davon Fuqua gets the stop.
And Fuqua does much better when he doesn't suck inside, and he stays outside and keeps leverage.
I wonder if the spotters are calling that down, trying to communicate that to him. Of course, he never comes off the field, so when do you tell him?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Loss of 4, 2nd and 14. Good snap, though, that first time by Goodrow, so just something to watch. Jackson Murphy playing from behind here. Got to get his Providence down the field. Touchdown's what they need.
Nice catch, nice pass. Good pass play.
And
short, quick pass.
And they pick up some yards there. This is Isaac Ullman. First time we've called his name tonight on the offensive side, but able to produce when he needs it.
Yep.
3rd and 2. So nice gain that time, picked up 12. Murphy runs over real quick, talks to Coach McDonald, gets the play.
This press box has a gigantic pillar right in the middle.
It's designed to make you move.
With us.
Murphy straight ahead.
Oh, Clarksville defensive line was pushed back 5 yards. The offensive line for Providence just it looked like a steamroller going down the field.
Which is great when you're the quarterback running behind that. Quarterback keeper pays dividends out to the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Providence.
Kind of a quarterback sneak out of the shotgun.
Yeah.
The linemen do wedge blocking, and the quarterback just follows right behind them.
Well, the one thing about it is the quarterback can get a little speed up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's probably a good play because of that.
1st and 10. Murphy puts a man in motion. It's Hellman, fakes the first man through.
There's the reverse. That's the one we're looking for.
Gettelfinger gets his hands on the ball.
I've been waiting for 1 game and 3 quarters to see that.
Yeah. Picked up 6, 2nd and 7, or 2nd and 4, sorry. After 3 hours of calling this, my brain starts making numbers up in my head. I can't help it. 2nd down, I do know that. Jackson Murphy keeps it himself. Nice blocking up front, out midfield.
Yeah.
Easy pickup.
Yeah, Providence line is stepping up and dominating right now. They're making some nice holes and a very simple play for the quarterback. Just get the snap and find a hole. Clarksville playing that 3-man front, and they're right now they're being dominated.
Ball right at midfield, 1st and 10. Pioneers on a drive, halfway to glory here, and a flag.
Whoa.
They're lucky.
Had a ball.
Had a ball gets an attaboy that time.
Yeah, he does. That was another one of those big plays, big tackle by him.
There was a flag, so we'll see what that was against. Right as the play was starting.
I got to think, but based on where the flag was, it's got to be a procedure penalty on Providence.
Wouldn't that just automatically be 5 yards? They don't even consult with the defense, though, right? I mean, I'm trying to understand the call here.
Yeah.
Motion?
Illegal shift.
Oh, illegal shift. So they can take the result of the play. We'll move it back to 1st and 15. Ball in the 45.
Another timeout. Now what?
The referees called it. We haven't charged it to anyone yet.
I don't know. I think the Coach Bozier wants to talk to the referee, and they've given him a timeout to do that.
He's saying, wouldn't it be 5 yards from the spot?
Well, it looks to me like it was 5 yards. Is it still first down? Well, I don't know what he's talking about because the chains are on the 50 and the ball's on the 45.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-yard penalty.
I think he was thinking on to the end of the play and then add 5, and that's not what they gave him.
No.
Yeah. 1st and 15, man in motion.
Oh.
2 men in motion, not good.
Not Canada. Can't have 2 men in motion.
No. I think there was an old song called Backfield in Motion, but that's...
That's right. That was by the...
was it Mel and Tim?
Was it Mel? I can't remember.
It's a long time ago.
Backfield in Motion. I bet Steve Bird will get that for us.
Steve, he probably can look that up
Steve
for us.
Bird, look up who sang Backfield in Motion.
He's going, that's outside of my line of duties here. Sorry. 1st and 15 is going to be 1st and 20 now with a 5-yard penalty. Ball back to the 40. Providence.
Making it hard on themselves.
Yeah, this is not helping, and they've wasted a little time in doing it, too. 7:44 to go in the ball game.
And I don't think Providence has the big play offense that can.
We'll see what happens here. Gettelfinger, the man in motion. They throw a pass out to Gettelfinger. He's out to 45, 47, and that's where it'll stop. And finally, we get to 2nd down, but it'll be 2nd and 12.
That was the jet pass that they opened the game up with, Mike.
Yes, Well, it's pretty good. Yeah, got 8 yards out of it.
You know, and there's a very fine line now between blocking downfield and the receiver being across the line of scrimmage. And I think in that case, Providence got a break because I think Gettelfinger was past the line of scrimmage.
Murphy throws it wide open across the middle is Carson Heldman. And finally brought down at the 20-yard line. And a touchdown saving tackle by Dakota Capps.
And Clarksville does not have a free safety in the game. So somebody has that man coverage at the line of scrimmage and was caught looking in the backfield instead of watching his man.
1st and 10.
Very easy to do when you're playing man coverage.
In the red zone, Heldman, the one in motion. And motion again, I believe. Pioneers trying to do a little too much, and they don't quite get the play off. So a loss of 5, I believe. They're going to push this back to the 25. But that one pass play, a big one, wide open down the middle of the field.
Well, I said I didn't think Providence had the big play offense, but they proved me wrong by just sneaking that back out of the backfield into the open, voided area. And again, Clarksville doesn't have a safety. If you look, they're too deep. They have no safeties. And they're playing man coverage, and there's the reverse.
And a takedown. That time by Marquise Forward.
Nice tackle on Gettelfinger. That's hard to do.
No, got him in the backfield deep for a loss. Loss of 7. It's going to be 2nd and
22. 21.
The 2nd and 21. 2nd and 21, yeah. Providence going the wrong way. Murphy quickly outside. Isaac Ullman with the reception, but not a lot of yards out of it. He'll pick up maybe 5 or 6. 3rd down. We'll wait for the spot to tell you how much.
3rd and 16, it looks like, Mike.
Yep, 3rd and 16.
Now the Clarksville cornerbacks are laying way off the wide receivers. Their inside safeties are covering man, and they have no free safety deep. And there's that. There he is. He's wide open again.
Motion.
Hit him.
Oh, bad snap. That's going to hurt him. Murphy not going to get rid of it this time. He's just going to have to stop.
Clarksville missed a great opportunity there that inside slot back was wide open again. Whoever for Clarksville has man coverage on him, blew the coverage, and it's a good thing for Clarksville that.
So it's going to be 4th and 30.
That they had a rush on Murphy.
So, and this is a punting situation. Huge break for Clarksville. Kruger gets the kick away. Not a great kick and not a great Providence bounce. And a Clarksville player, just slow
up.
getting up.
He's tired. 60's been playing the whole game. He's a big guy. That's Matt Eckelberry, 5'11", 240 pounds, sophomore. He's played most of the game. He's a little tired. He needed a rest.
He was
Let him
winded.
lay down.
So turnover on the punt. That goes back to Clarksville, 4:23. They have a 6-point lead. Do they have enough drive to chew up the clock?
4:23 Providence, I think, probably still has all their timeouts left.
I believe they do. So they're not out of this.
Well, we still have that mystery timeout.
Yeah, and it depends on who it was charged to. Pioneers have either 3 or 4. Clarksville either has 1 or 2. We just don't know.
I'll bet you Robert Lamar carries this ball.
Lamar gets it. He's explosive. Big gain out to the 40-yard line. They'll put it down to 39, say.
And doesn't he have a neat move where he just plants, he's going full speed, sideline to sideline, plants a foot in the ground and accelerates forward.
2nd and 2. Big run that time.
Yeah. So Providence has got to come up with a stop here, Mike. This is imperative for them that they've got to come up with a stop and get the ball back.
Clock continues to run. They're in no hurry, and they shouldn't be.
No.
They'll let that play clock get down closer to 0. Good clock management that time. Lamar with the handoff. He'll have the first down. Now it's ball control and no fumble. And a timeout taken by Providence.
And here's where Clarksville offensive line is dominating Providence's defensive line.
They got off the snap much faster.
Yes.
And during that timeout, they take a break. We'll take one as well. Still be back here right after this with 3.5 to go.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here, 4th quarter. Close ball game here at Providence. Clarksville trying to end a 7-year losing streak to the Pioneers. Last win was in 2012. They lead 20-14 this year. 1st and 10, ball at the 44-yard line. 3.5 to go. Snap, handoff to Lamar.
Oh,
left side.
He is impressive. He reminds me of that good running back that New Albany had.
Keandre Winford?
Yes, Winford. Yeah, he's same type of runner. Plant that foot in the ground and turn your shoulder pads upfield and run over anybody in your way.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Okay, backfield in motion.
Yep.
Tim and Tim.
No, it's Mel and Tim.
Was it Mel and Tim?
Mel and Tim.
Oh,
I got it right.
You did. Oh, that's right. Mel and Tim.
I'll be darned. 2nd and 5.
Yeah.
2-back set. Cummings, the quarterback. They'll use up every tick. Lamar looking for somewhere to go. Man, he is so
shifty. And he's making these cuts right at the line of scrimmage.
Wow, that's just an impressive run. 1st down, timeout, Providence. They'll burn another. They've used a couple now, so they got 2 timeouts left.
Hey, we got to shout out some of those Clarksville linemen. Larry Spalding, what a fine job those guys are doing. 58, Sam Stewart, who was injured and now back in the game again.
They've been playing hard
tonight. Yes, they have. Luke Kane, I mean, those kids are really playing hard, blocking good. And at the most important part of the game, when they really need to, they're doing it.
They're getting it done.
Yep.
You got to say, Jim, and I don't know who's going to win this game, and it's still it's high school football. It's a long way from over. But whoever wins, I'm going to feel good about. I mean, if Providence should get the ball back somehow, get down there and get a score, I can feel good about how they played tonight. I already feel good about how Clarksville's played. I think both teams have shown improvement.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Right. Providence looks a lot better this week than they did last week against Silver Creek.
I didn't know what to expect from Clarksville, to be honest with you, and I'm impressed by what I'm seeing here tonight.
1st and 10. Clock stopped with a timeout, so no reason to take your time. Go ahead and run the play and get it started again is the goal. Just make sure you got a clean handoff. And they get set. There's the snap. Davon Fuquay with the handoff. And he gets positive yards.
He does. He got 4, 3.5.
They give him a couple. 2nd and 8. But it's positive yards, and it moves the clock. And Providence can't take the timeout yet. It's just not the situation for it. They've got 2 left.
You don't want to mess around too much, though. Come on, you got to get your quarterback in the huddle now. You don't want to mess around and get a penalty. 15 seconds. You got to hustle, Mike. You got to hustle. I don't like that.
That makes me nervous too. Down to 8. Get them set.
Don't be looking around. Come on, Parks.
3, 2. There's the snap. They get it off. Lamar.
Oh, they were lucky there.
They sure were.
Yeah, quarterback was a little high on the handoff. Instead of hitting the belly, he got it up in the shoulder pads, and they were very lucky that time.
Most people don't realize the shoulder pads plastic comes down to across the chest right there, and that's hard plastic. And when you hit it with the ball bounces off of it.
Right, and it did there. And like I say, Robert Lamar did a great job of controlling that ball.
Picked up 4, 3rd and 3.
So get a 1.5 yards on this play and a 1.5 yards on the next play, and you got a first down, and you're running the clock and you're killing the clock.
Providence in a very tough spot now.
What are they?
What are they doing?
I have no
don't
idea.
understand.
They're not going to take a penalty, are they?
Why would you do that?
What are they doing?
Timeout called by Clarksville. They used their last timeout.
Okay, well they're killing the clock.
None of that made any sense, but
I guess
better to do this than to make a mistake here.
Right.
So, Coach Bozier wants to talk it over.
So they get the first down, the game's over.
That's correct.
And they got another down to do it. So they got 2 downs to get 3 yards.
We'll take our last break.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155, located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek.
Oh, they're going to kill the clock. Does Providence not have any timeouts left? I don't understand this.
They're going to come up and sell out.
Oh, he got the first down. Doesn't matter.
Dives across the 35 to the 34. Is it enough? We'll see the spot.
They called time. Referee, is he signaling first down or not?
Says he's a little short, it looks like. I'm not sure what's going on.
I don't either.
It's 4th down is the call. 4th
Does
and
Providence
inches.
not have a timeout?
Providence apparently used up their timeout, that one mystery timeout that was taken. The Pioneers couldn't get it done, and so that's going to be the ball game.
And it is, and that's
and there will be, because of COVID, this is not unsportsmanlike.
right. They're just not allowed to do that.
They can't shake hands this year.
Handshake anymore,
Yeah.
which is a shame because it looks like
They're being unsportsmanlike.
and it's not at all.
Well, we'll go ahead and take our break. The Battle of Clarksville win goes to Clarksville this year. First time in 8 years.
Yep, first time in 8 years. It's 51-12 now.
Generals celebrating on the sideline. We'll be back right after this with our post-game coverage. Stay with us.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips@clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, and post-game coverage, and they
have a presentation of the champion of Clarksville trophy, and now they're going to present the most valuable players from each team. And
Jackson
Murphy has been selected by the panel of judges of Clarksville, and it was Jackson Murphy, and guess who it was for Clarksville?
Robert Lamar, the sophomore.
Now, we're not fibbing on this. Who did we pick for most valuable players?
You just called them
Robert
there.
Lamar and Jackson Murphy. Weren't we good?
Yeah. Well, we're not even supposed to tell them that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But we'll come back with that. Well, we'll just go ahead and say it now. Our outstanding players of the game tonight: Robert Lamar for Clarksville, Jackson Murphy for Providence.
But under heavy consideration for Clarksville,
Jake Cummings.
Was Jake Cummings, the young man that just came off the linebacker, played quarterback this week, led his team to victory in probably the biggest game of the year for Clarksville. So hats off to him, and hats off to Coach Bozier, who had a lot of confidence in that young man. And hats off to Coach Bozier for the program that he's built at Clarksville now.
Colby Martin, auto rates are falling. With Shelter Insurance, now is a good time to give Colby a call for your home and auto plan. You can give him a call at 812-246 3001. Sorry. It's in blue under yellow. Can barely see it. But that is our outstanding players tonight. For all the outstanding players, you can go to glidecon.com and see that list. We'll be back right after this with our drive of the game and more. Stay with us. You're watching Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek up in the booth and being serenaded during the break. I won't tell you why, because it's.
Well, you could tell our listeners.
Well, Jim was singing "Backfield in Motion," Mel and Tim hit from several
1969.
years. Yeah, from several years ago. That was a big one back in the day.
Yeah.
Back when you were in college,
That's right.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's time for our drive of the game tonight, and the drive of the game is brought to you by Jim Butner Auto Group. They're striving to keep you driving, and this one, there was some good drives tonight. There's some good drives on both sides, but it really came down to the end, didn't it?
Well, it really did. And Providence had a nice drive going, and had they scored, that would have been the drive of the game. And they got down to about the 12-yard line.
I think it was the 16.
16-yard line, and then it just all fell apart. There was penalties and quarterback sacks, and it just got ugly. They had to punt. I think Clarksville started on about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, something like that.
And with 4.5 minutes left, it actually was more. I think it was 4:49 on the clock when they got the ball. And they took it from about the 25, 30-yard line all the way down to, I think the drive stopped on about the 25-yard line down here, and used up all 4.5 minutes of the clock. And that has to be the drive of the game. They showed a lot of moxie when Providence knew they had to stop them, and they knew they had to stop Robert Lamar. And who was going to carry the ball? Robert Lamar.
Yeah.
And Clarksville's offensive lineman took control of the game, and Lamar took the ball all the way down, and Clarksville wins the game on the winning drive of the game.
Yeah. And it's a winning drive, and there was no score involved. But that was such a critical drive. They got it done, and tip of the hat to Clarksville and their O-line, which really came through when they needed to. Because Providence had solved them in the second and third quarters.
Right.
They were really solving that Clarksville offense. Right. But when they needed it, Clarksville put together the drive of the game, presented tonight by the Jim Butner Auto Group. We'll take our final break, come back with final scores or scores of other games, and a look ahead to where we'll be next week. Hint, hint, scenery won't change much. Stand by. We'll be back right after this.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe. This is the...
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
We're back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here as our post-game coverage continues. And nice game tonight. This was I'm glad we had a good close game. We had a close game up in Eastern Hancock, but it was more like a shootout, 50-43 the final in that one. New Albany got the win. They're not going to get the win tonight, it doesn't appear. They trail Floyd Central by 30 points, 49-19 in the fourth quarter.
And you know, Mike, and we've known this before, that New Albany has a lot of firepower on offense, but they're just still continue to struggle on defense.
And it's clearly obvious tonight. We are not at the game, but the score would tell us that that is a problem. Look at the scoreboard. Other games, another blowout. Columbus East, running clock situation, 49-0 over Jeffersonville. That's, what do you say? Jeff goes to 1-4. Okay, Floyd 56-19. So they continue to pile it on here with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Silver Creek gets the win at Eastern. That's not a surprise at all. 60-8 there. Silver Creek undefeated so far this season. And the other game we were following is a pretty good one as well. Charlestown has come from behind, and they now lead 37-26 over North Harrison with 4 minutes to go in the ball game. They're up by 11. Looks like they're going to get the win tonight, and that's interesting because we're going to get to see Charlestown again next week. We saw them first night of the season, and they looked outmanned against Silver Creek. But I think, you and I both know Jason Hawkins' team is not going to stay outmanned for long. And that's going to be our game next week. They're going to come in here, take on these Pioneers for Providence. I think we may have another good game next week.
Well, and it looks like Charlestown's game plan now is to let the other team get a nice big lead.
and then play catch-up.
And then play catch-up and take the lead and win the game. So if it works, keep doing it. So you know what, Mike, I'm going to tell you, we were laughing and we had a great time tonight working because this was a great game. It was a good, hard-fought, close game. Teams made big plays. We saw some real good athletic plays. This was just fun to work tonight. This was a good game.
Yeah, weather was wonderful and crew was great, and So it's just been a great experience, and you feel for Providence. They start 0-3, but they're going to find their footing, and they were very close tonight. It could have easily gone in their favor. It just didn't happen to do so. Next week may be their week. Yep. But Coach Dan McDonald, I think, is doing all the right things. Providence, this may be a year they're down, but trust me, Providence never stays down long. Yep. So.
And did they make great improvement from what we saw last week
Absolutely.
to this week? I think fantastic.
Huge improvement. And David Wall moving to tackle, I think that's been a master stroke. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so that's our game next week. Charlestown comes here to Providence. Coverage begins at 6:30, kickoff at 7, and we hope to see you then. I want to thank Ashton Beck, who normally does our scoreboard. She moved up to camera tonight. Will Harper, our normal camera operator, had a cross-country meet for Providence and was up at Brown County, unable to be here. And then Peyton Lamb comes in off the reserve, and she steps into our scoreboard. And this scoreboard situation we've just had, it's got some glitches. We've worked for years to try to solve it. It's just simply got some funk to it. And Peyton did an A+ job tonight. And there's some hiccups, but she did masterful. And so, Peyton, thank you. And you did a fantastic job. I know you don't have a microphone, but we want you to know we really appreciate what you did tonight.
And Mike, you're doing it again. You're going retro back to the Funk Brothers, talking about
some funk.
Some funk.
Okay. Well, I guess on that note, it's time to say goodbye. So for the most in-depth coverage of Southern Indiana High School sports, visit us at glycod.com and join us next week right here as the Pirates of Charlestown take on the Pioneers of Providence. Tonight's executive producer, Steve Bird. Ashton Beck on camera, Peyton Lamb, our scoreboard operator, Jim Kazmarek, color, your play-by-play man, myself, Mike Beck. Thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. Until then, God bless. Take care. Have yourselves a safe and wonderful weekend.
This has been Interstate Battery Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Tonight's game was presented by Jim Butler Auto Group in Clarksville. Striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.